And of course, he is muted.
No kidding. Ahoy, all you dirty Hexagon crypto freaking pirates, you. Oh, man. I almost didn't have the show on either.
Why? What happened?
We were hosting Mama Rock show, and
Mm.
we ran through the whole deal there without. We went through the whole intro.
How many of you guys are in California, man? Because it's the fucking apocalypse outside right now.
Dude, it's like
crazy.
The color of the sky is like the most insane thing all day. It's been this orange, yellow, hazy hue of night. It's like been night.
Yeah. It got darker sooner, but it was a weird thing where it was like light pink from like 7 till about like 9 a.m. It was like pink, and then it turned just orange for the rest of the day. I mean, it literally looked like we were in Blade Runner or something.
Yeah. So let's see. Somebody said, explain this Mama Rock thing. So Mama Rock, when we all came over to Dlive, Mama Rock was the first one to welcome us and support our shows and share us out. So what we found through this platform is that you can host other platforms. So while we're not on the air, we can host people's shows. So earlier I turned on Mama Rock, and usually I turn on Hexo's show, but I accidentally left it on her show. Just as good. She's got a great show, and like I said, she supports us, so we like to support her. And if you haven't checked her out, check out her show. Go follow her, subscribe. If you're into paranormal, she does all kinds of cool different stuff. She has a lot of different guests, a lot of different people that are into that. And so what we do is we just host each other. Like I'll host Joker's show, and then every once in a while we'll find some dude hanging out in his shed, and we'll host his show or some shit, you know. But it's just a way of supporting the community here. So that's how we do it.
I found something really interesting today. So this is a question for the chat. Did any of you guys ever buy any wearables in Decentraland or anything? Just let me know, because there's this coin I got airdropped, but I just sold it for, and it was pretty much like a free anywhere for, like, I have friends of mine who just like sold like $10,000 of it just from having NFTs. And right now it's a hot commodity right now. So if you've got some wearables, let me know, man. I'll send you guys the link where you can get your free coins and just dump it for Hex, man.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of cool stuff to talk about. You know what? I wanted to throw, I tried earlier. I've been trying to put this OBS thing together, and I keep talking about it. So I set up Zoom to do so that we can all get everybody on here in FN Hangout and all that, but still having trouble with it. But anyway, what I did today was I screwed up my restream, but I got it fixed here last second. But I wanted to drop the link into the Cutthroats channel in Telegram. I forgot to do that. So if any of our it looks like we had a lot of Twitter action today, so I wanted to throw that in there for anybody who may, any of our cutthroats that may want to join us tonight for some of the discussions about what was going on crypto Twitter and all that kind of crap.
Randy, have you ever purchased any NFTs at all? Because there's actually there's a free airdrop of it. You don't have to buy it. Like I got a couple $1,000s for free with the token, which is pretty cool. I was like, damn, that's a lot of ETH, man.
That's good. That's good. Free coins are always good.
Yeah, a buddy of mine got over $10,000 anyway. A buddy of mine, he's big OG in the space. He got like over 10 grand in just one wallet from claiming his coins and just buying art with it now.
That's a lot of value for free. That's a lot of value.
Yeah.
So has any of that started dumping yet? Because I mean,
not yet.
What happens?
Most people. Well, it's because they're giving like free airdrops for the people who bought like wearables over the years, and it's mostly people buying it. So most people have never bought any wearables, so they're just trying to buy the token itself. That's what's holding the price up, essentially. So
that's
it's like
good. If it stays
true
that way.
believers get to dump, I guess.
Retweet the stream. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Was there a problem? Somebody said retweet the stream. I tweeted it out earlier.
Yeah, Randy, just check that link I posted earlier, and then just link your MetaMask or whatever, and just see if you can get the free airdrop. It's under the community tab, I think.
So there's a little retreat. Hey, thanks for the diamonds, Brian Magruder and HexOG. Appreciate that. Randy dropping some lemons. Cute Kitty TV followed us. That's cool. Let's see, 13. Nick Manis, G Team 13. So let me jump on that real quick and do some housekeeping on. There's Brian dropping us another diamond. Let me do some housekeeping on the Million Hex giveaway, the Discourse Syndicate Pirate Booty giveaway. So tonight we'll give away the chest too. By the way,
Ooh.
I think we have. We have some in the chest that we need to fill back up and give that away tonight too. So the details on the Million Hex giveaway, if you haven't seen on Twitter, there's a few things that you have to do. And the few things are follow RG3_pirate on Twitter.
Yep.
Follow Discourse Syndicate on Dlive, which is the most important. And then subscribe to us on YouTube and be on the show in the chat room when I'm ready to pick the winners. And you will comment once. I'm going to have everybody comment at the same time. Everybody's going to comment once. If I find that you commented more than once, you get pulled off the list. But if you do, you'll make the list, and I will choose 3 entries every night. And those 3 entries are going to go on the Wheel of Death. We have 100 slots on the Wheel of Death, but that doesn't mean we're going to make it to 100 slots. We'll make it to as many as we make it to, because as soon as we hit 1,000 followers on the lives here, the D-Lives, then we are going to spin the wheel and give away the Hex. There's going to be 3 prizes: a $700,000 or 700,000 Hex wallet giveaway, a 200,000 Hex wallet giveaway, and a 100,000 Hex wallet giveaway, given a total of 1 million Hex. The top prize being 700,000 Hex. What's that worth today? Can you pull that up?
Hex, a good chunk. It's probably worth like.
Hey, Mama Rock just dropped a Ninja Guinea on us. Thank you, Mama Rock. Yep. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, let me see. $700,000. You heard it, guys. Shut up, Molly. It's 700,000 Hex. I'll
take it right now. 1 second. So you got
700K is a nice little $2,000. $2,000 today. And that's at where are we at today? We had a little pumpage. We had a hump day, pump day.
28% of a penny. 28%.
2.8. Man, that's
a nice nothing. One, right?
So I mean, what is that at a penny? That puts 700,000 pretty close to about 4K or something if we're running at a penny.
Oh no, way more than that. No, like 8K.
About 5. Well.
No, 8,000.
Not quite. If it's 2.8 and you said it's 2,000, so that's not quite
6,000 and change. Yeah.
It's about 6,000 some change. That's fat. And if you stake that out, now if you stake it, and hopefully we can spin the wheel before the big payday. You can get your big payday on it, double that sucker up or more, and then stake that sucker out for 10 years, and you could be sitting on something very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. So
let me do the math exactly for you. So if once it's a penny, it's $7,239.
It's what now? 7,239 at a penny?
Exactly. Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
Woo. That's 14K, baby, at 2 cents. That's 21,000 at 3, son. Woo. Starts adding up, man, real quick.
The possibilities are wild. That's for sure. For sure. Hey, we got some new subscribers coming in. Some of Mama Rock's people are actually getting involved. When I jumped on her stream earlier today, I let them know what we were doing, and they want to learn more about crypto. They want to learn more about what Hex is all about. So, I'd like to start talking a little bit about some of the new things once we start getting some newer people in here, and I start seeing some questions pop into the chat room. That way we can start answering the newcomers' questions. So if you are new and you're jumping on the stream for the first time, just know that we're a friendly community here, and we know that crypto is intimidating, and we know that crypto can be difficult to understand and learn. But we are here willing, ready, and able to help you guys with not only getting into crypto, but learning about Hex and what Hex is all about. And there are no dumb questions. Well, there are dumb questions, but we'll answer them for you anyway, because you're going to have to ask a lot of dumb questions in order to get through this thing, because nobody is a crypto expert right off the bat, but it is a lucrative space. It does have a place, and we talk about that often here. So anyway, let's see if we've got any. Hey, we got people subscribing. Hex OG gifted a 1-month subscription. Nick Manis received a subscription. We got people celebrating subs. Franklin's donating some lemons. Right on, right on.
Live viewers right now.
What's that?
120 live viewers.
Wow, 120. That is cool. That is cool. So a little bit later, we're going to be drawing for the. I think I'm going to let Dollar Cost do it today.
Okay.
Let him pick the 3 today later on when we're ready, and we'll go from there. But so as far as the newcomers coming in, like you said, the show could be a little intimidating, but please don't let that bother you. We're just having fun here. All right. We're just having fun. So today on the Twitters, hey, lights out. Thanks for the Ninja Guinea. Let's see. RG3 gave all his Ninja Guineas to Hexo. So here's one for your next pirate raid. I know I did. You see what I did yesterday for Hexo?
No. What would you do?
Well, me and Hex Toys, by the way, Hex Toys, check his stuff out, guys. He's on the Twitters. He's in the Telegram room. He's got hats and stickers and buttons and all the cool Hex stuff. And if he started getting to a battle with me on Hexo's show the other day, a donation battle, and we got a little carried away, and we started flying jets. And I don't think that anybody's ever donated that fat yet. Not even Ski Cat donated that heavy that day.
How much did you donate?
Well, just to let you know, Hex Toys beat me by a couple hundred lemons, because I was like running out. I wanted to drop some on Hexo, because he works his ass off for our community. So I've been wanting to do a big drop, and it was a perfect day because I was getting matched. And so I thought, okay, here's a day I can drop some love on Hexo. And I think I dropped close to 30K lemons on him. Damn. 2 jets. I think we were flying jets on top of each other. Nope, you ain't gonna beat me. Boom, boom. So we had jets flying and Ninja Guineas flying, and it was a lot of fun. And Hexo got hooked up. So that's for sure.
Oh yeah, he did. Woo.
70,000 lemons he made.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I think he made a bunch. So it was fun, man. We had a good time, and Hexo definitely needs it because he's got a bum vehicle right now, or a new vehicle or something like that. And he's got a whole Air Force. He's got our whole Air Force over there now. But
like the Russians when the Russians sold like airplanes in Navy vessels to Pepsi. Did you ever hear that story?
No.
Pepsi during the Soviet Union times was, I guess, went to Gorbachev and showed them Pepsi and stuff. So Gorbachev liked Pepsi so much, he's like, how do we trade for this? So they started bartering in vodka for Pepsi syrup and stuff. And then eventually the country wanted Pepsi so much, they traded a bunch of airplanes and basically naval vessels. So at a certain point, Pepsi had the 5th biggest navy on the planet.
Let me Nick Manis, G Team 13. What exactly did you say we had to do for the hex again? Okay, so follow me on Twitter, which is RG3_pirate on Twitter. Right. You also need to follow
the Dlive,
which is Discourse_Syndicate. And then subscribe to us. You don't have to subscribe on Dlive. Just follow us. Subscription costs you lemons. So I don't want anybody to have to pay anything to get it. But you can subscribe to us on YouTube. You have to subscribe to us on YouTube at Discourse Syndicate. And then those are the 3 qualifiers. And then, of course, you have to be on the show here to get entries. So you could show up on the last show and get an entry. And then once we hit our 1,000 followers on Dlive, then you can be here for the next show, and the next show is going to be the giveaway. Or you could continue to sit in here every week, every show, every FN Hangout, and get more entries, because we're going to give away 3 entries every night until we hit 1,000 followers. So the sooner we get to 1,000 followers, the less people get into the drawing. And, the longer we wait to get the followers, then I guess the longer the drawing rolls out and the less chances you have of winning. So if we get, 1,000 followers by Friday, then there's only going to be a handful of people on the wheel, and we'll spin the wheel, and those folks that are already in will be the ones that get chosen for the hex. So that's how it's going to be done. Can't find your Twitter. Here, I'll type it in there.
Yeah. RG3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trending better than the basketball or the football player RG3. So it's getting cool.
Keywords, man.
It's starting to show up on the search, on the Google search before he does.
That's so good, man. 130 live viewers now. Woo! There we go. Getting up there, man. Okay.
Yeah. So Twitter today. Twitter was a fire from one of our guys, one of our community members, who's respected, and he got slammed at first. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
And some of the people I think didn't understand what was going on, but so if everybody knows Hex Patient, kind of a play on the Hexologist, the doctor thing. So he was the patient, but he's the Hex Patient on Twitter. He launched what I would call a referral tool. So basically, it's kind of he skims some referrals and makes it easy for people to go and use his referral link. And I'm not sure exactly how it works. I didn't dig into it. I figured somebody would come on and talk about it tonight. But he named it Hex 2H or Hex 2 something. It was Hex 2X or something like that. Yeah. And man, he got jumped on like instantly. The Hexicans jumped all over him because, first of all, I think the reason for that is because of all the problems we've had with other projects,
with bad players.
Yeah. With outside players. And again, I've always given all of the outside projects the benefit of the doubt and let them do their thing. And last week I even said something about the HXY project, and their founder came after me with fucking both guns blazing. So I had to block him because he was just being a dickhead. And yeah, I'm calling you out too live, buddy. So you and your stupid ass drunk tweets that you DM'd me on, stuff them up your ass, buddy. I say what needs to be said on here.
Right.
I say to the community what needs to be said, and I don't hide myself. I don't hide my face. I don't hide what I have to fucking say. I'm not going to say it in a DM. I'm going to say it straight to your goddamn face. So if you got something to say to me, come on my show and talk to me, buddy. That's what this is about. So anyway, I don't even want to get that. Got me hot because this guy came at me sideways or whatever, and I had never done that to him. But his, the project did. It did a rug pull. I'm not saying that they exit scam or exited out or whatever. They rug pulled on the liquidity on Uniswap, which is something that we were talking about. And whatever. That's neither here nor there. But today's project, young industrious entrepreneur wanted to set up some type of a referral program.
Right.
But it was the name he gave it that got everybody, got everybody freaking riled up or whatever. And some of it was justified. Some of it wasn't. Some of it was just a little misinformed. Some people didn't understand, what he was trying to do. And then he came back and said that, hey, I named it incorrectly. I should have maybe given a little more thought than to call it hex something or else. And so anyway, so he said he was going to rename it and then send it back out there. So, take that for what it's worth. I'm neither endorsing nor opposing any of the projects out there, including the HXY project. The founder, whatever his name is, he came at me sideways and I didn't appreciate that too much. That's why I had something to say about that. But even their project is still doing things. I don't know how successful they're being. I don't know how successful any of the others are. But they're just shit built on the side of Hex. They're not really built on Hex. Yep. I think that in a way, all of those other projects may have taken away from Hex because a lot of people put a lot of investors in Hex put their Hex into those projects and then lost that Hex, never to be staked, never to be returned to them, never to be utilized within the Hex ecosystem by, true Hexicans. So I think that it might have all been a little bit of a disservice. So anyway, so that's my take on the Hextra stuff.
I mean, some people lost a little bit of their bag. Some people lost their entire bag of Hex. Fucking around on shit, So you guys be careful out there, okay? Just do your research.
Hey, Richard's in the chat. He said, really? Fuck Hexy. So a Rube Goldberg machine that sells down the Hex price. Yeah, and he's right. And that's what these projects have done. So, whatever, fucking whatever, you guys want to keep following that stuff and messing with that stuff, then fine, go ahead. But, I've already put my 2 cents in, done with all of them, to be honest. I think they've all done more harm than they've done good. So anyway, that's my two bits.
Good.
So good riddance and good luck to you all out there. Stake your Hex, hold your Hex, stake your Hex, gather more of your Hex, and you should be all right, because again, here we are all this time. You know what? And the other thing that I've been hearing out there a lot, and me and Richard had a little conversation about this yesterday for just a few minutes. And, it was about, there's this thing out there of people saying, Hex dropped 85%, Hex dropped 80%, and then we went and looked at. Richard said, "Well, let's look at the charts,"
Right.
like he always does, So we pulled up the charts. Now, I'm always been one to say, "Hey, quit looking at charts and stop trying to figure out what the future is going to be." But it's always a great indicator for the past, history, where it's been, not where it's going, but where it's been, right? So we looked at it, and Hex is closer to all-time highs than anything else that's out there.
Right.
It is closer to its all-time highs than anything else out there. So it's really sitting in a great position.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even like what are like a 2x, 2.5x away from the all-time high? I mean, dude, right? It's like it's 28, right? The all-time high is what 68%?
68, I think, or it might have touched 7, I think. I'm not sure.
Right. But we're not that far away. I mean, I don't know why people are freaking the hell out. I mean, it was, just good time to kind of dollar cost average, like we've been saying for a while now. If you're still trying to accumulate a bag and get your stakes in before big payday, it's a great time right now.
It most definitely is. It's people were talking about the bargains they got this last week, and then we saw what was the pump day today. What did we get? 32%, something like that.
Yeah, we got 32 right now. We're up 21%, but we were up much higher.
Fuck, 21%.
Yeah, we're up
and that's the dip.
Yeah, that's actually from the pump. We last talked. We're almost at 30% of a percent. 30%.
That's sweet. That is sweet.
Yeah.
Love the movement of Hex. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Let me look for one day.
So anyway, did anybody else have any questions about any of that we just talked about? Because I know that some people were commenting on Twitter. I don't see any of the cutthroats getting in, trying to jump on, but yeah, we're still in the dip. Many don't realize it. Yeah, Franklin, this is still a dip. I mean, anything in the 2s and the 3s, man. I remember when people were begging for it to go back down to 2s and 3s. Remember that? It was like 5s and 6s, and everyone's like, "Oh man, what happened to the 2s and 3s? We'll never see them again." Well, they're here. They're here.
Right. I think I got someone to come on real quick.
Oh. Hey, Children of the Grave, thanks. Another hashtag free RG3. That's for my buddy Adrian. I did notice that I was on top of Adrian in the list today.
Adrian, jeez. Will you two just break up already? Man.
No, he left me, man. He just left me, straight up left me.
Too much.
So you getting names from the chat, not from donators, is that correct? Yes, Stylus. We are going to pick random names from the chat. So when I ask everybody to fill in the chat room, hey, thanks for all the diamonds there. Yeah. Go right on ahead, Randy. You're always welcome. Thanks, Mama Rock, for all the diamonds. Appreciate you. But yes, we're going to choose from the chat. So when we tell everybody to please go ahead and post something, and we're going to do it at one time, everybody post, then we're going to pick random, scroll up and down and pick 3 names. I'm going to let Dollar Cost do that today. And we'll put those 3 names in the Wheel of Death. And I got to grab
the names from the chat, right?
Just the names from the chat, but we'll have everybody do it at a certain time. That way, So there is no donation requirement to win. I want everybody to make sure that that's clear. You just follow us, subscribe on YouTube, follow us here, subscribe on YouTube, and follow me on Twitter, RG3_pirate. And that's all you need to qualify. And then we will be drawing once we hit the 1,000 subs.
Nice.
Sapper said Adrian needs a wheelbarrow to carry his massive balls.
He did it to smoke.
His balls are so massive. Alpha nuts.
Alpha nuts. Wow.
Okay, I did everything I need to do. All right, on Nick Manis. Appreciate you. Alphas don't talk incessantly about being alphas. Well, I wasn't going to bring that up, but it's kind of a gimme.
You kind of out alpha me, bro. What's up? What's up? What's good, bro?
Oh shit! It's Richie.
Oh, shit.
I've been waiting for this cat for a while now. He's been talking shit like he's coming on. He's been doing his streams on his own and all that stuff. Well, looky here. We got Richie Rich Crypto. What is up, Richie? How you doing, bro?
What's up, RG3, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
What up, Litecoin?
What up, bro? Shit. How you been?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And man, I always do what I say I'm going to do. What do you mean I've been talking all this shit?
No, you've been talking. You were gonna come on the show for a long time. I ain't seen you yet. You've been twitting and doing all that shit, but I ain't seen you.
You got to be patient, man. You got to be patient.
I'm always patient.
I'm here though. What's going on?
So what's happening? What's happening?
Oh man, every day is a different day. Did you guys see that pop today?
Yeah. We were talking about that. We called it Hump Day, Pump Day.
That's right. What's her name? Annette.
The Annette, yeah.
The Annette, yeah, man. She's always doing some cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a smart gal. Like I like when she started going to the Walmarts and changing all the devices to Hex.
Yeah.
That was great, man. That was great.
Yeah.
I love those.
I did. I hit up Micro Center like a couple weeks ago, and I got them pretty good. I've been wanting to do it again, but it's so nerve wracking. Actually, you think it's gonna be like just so simple, but you get on the computer and start typing around and stuff like that. And you like start looking around and like, oh shit.
What are they gonna do? Kick you out?
I know that's what
freaking website ain't like it's porn or anything.
I know. You think that it's like something so simple, but for some reason it's still kind of get your adrenaline going.
Definitely. I was also surprised Richard was in the chat today, man. He just came out, bopped his head, threw a couple nukes out, and then just like went back.
What's new? He's always doing that, just popping in.
I know. He's like,
yeah. I was gonna ignore him because sometimes if I ignore him enough, he'll just pop on the show.
Yeah.
Like, all right, that's it. Give me the link. Give me on there.
Right. Listen here, brother. This is what you need to know about Hex.
So Richie, if you don't mind, how young are you? You in your 20s?
No, sir. I'm older than 30. That's for sure.
Okay. No, you got a good head on your shoulders. I listen to your tweets, man. You've always got some good wisdom bombs to drop. Being such a young man, you drop some good stuff. It's good. It's good to hear a young man talking like that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I feel old as fuck. That counts for anything.
Just wait, boy. Just
I know.
How old are you?
You want to know how old I am? I'm like, I'm somewhere around 32. Pretty sure.
Somewhere around 32.
Yeah. Somewhere around there.
What'd I do to be 32 again? Holy shit.
Dude,
man.
you still act 32. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm closer to 60 than 32, that's for sure.
I made a post on I think it was Crypto Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
On his thing, he had something I posted. I'm finally excited to be 50. Like now that I have Hex in my life, now that I'm 555 Club, like I have something to look forward to. I'm actually like I can see some money in the future, and that's exciting. Like I love what Hex is doing, man. Honestly, I haven't like really thought about the future of my finance as much as I have since Hex has been released. How about you guys? Have you? Well, I mean,
that's all I think about at my age.
I've gotten more hopeful. I've always thought about money, but like Hex is so cool because I mean, you could just I've been able to buy it, stake it, and just kind of relax a little bit. I'm not like stressing out about like the price as much as like other people are.
Yeah. Well, not being over invested is always important for sure when you're talking about these type of things. But man, I just I've always kind of like I thought I was planning in the future, but then I had a button that I could press and like lock up money for 5,555 days, and that was kind of my one. What's up? What up, Randy?
Look at this. Oh, he's muted. Let me unmute him. Oh, you're muted, Randy. Unmute yourself. There you go. You'll find it.
There we go.
There it is.
Because I was on Discord. I was on the stream, the other one, the Dlive. Yeah. All right.
Right on.
Let me turn the light down a little bit. Hey, Richie, man. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Randy? How you doing?
Doing good.
So this is almost turning into an FN Hangout now.
There we go.
All we need is like Coffee's high ass to come on the stream, man, and we're golden.
Yeah,
man.
get Coffee.
He was fucking on one Monday, man. He was on one.
Coffee. I don't know where you're at, but come on, bro. Come on.
I know him and his boys. I met his roommates. I know what those boys are up to. Yeah. So anyway, Richie, before Randy gets started here, you know a lot about Randy. And no, don't get any horse stuff, buddy.
No, I'm sorry, no one do that.
So lay it on us, Richie. How did you get involved? When did you get involved? Why did you get involved? Crypto and Hex.
Shit, that's a lot of questions, man. So I got involved in finance super early in life. I got exposed to the banking industry really early, and was I don't know how much I can say about all that, but I got involved with banking really really early, and so banking and finance has always been really important to me. I didn't come from a lot of money, but I got exposed to a lot of money early on in life, and kind of got to see the power of money, honestly, and what it can do, and not only just like physically, but mentally, what it can do to people. And I've been there through the ups and the downs of a lot of money. So the whole purpose of my channel and everything is to help people kind of expose the truth of money, like what it really is and what it really isn't. What I love about Richard Hart is that he doesn't need money, man. Like this is what is so funny to me about Hex, is that people think that it's just a pump and dump, but it's like people that have money don't need a pump and dump. Like it's just not.
Well, I know people with money who have pump and dump too. They just want more money, is what it is. So. Yeah,
but there's a certain attitude and a certain mindset, and I've really listened to Richard Hart and what he said for the past couple of years, and I think somebody made a tweet about it earlier today. It's like it's not bullshit. It's like it's real. I think he has a vision, honestly. And sorry, Richard, I'm going to talk for you, even though you're not here. So please correct me if I'm wrong. But this is just a theory that I have in mind, is that there is a plan, and that there is a goal, and that there is something that motherfucker has in his head, that even though he's not saying or is not, obviously, we all know the laws, man. We do certain things because of the law and the legality of things. And, he's always been upfront about that, and always been upfront about that part of what we're doing here. And so I respect that. But I think there is a bigger picture. I think that there's something else that's going, that he's not somebody that doesn't have a plan, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm interested to see what happens, and interested to see how it works. I mean, the code is awesome. Like I said, I've been in finance pretty much my whole life, in the banking industry. Back when credit cards hit the internet, that's kind of when I got involved and was exposed to credit card transaction processing and the whole banking industry. So, I saw people overnight just making a shit ton of money, and I don't know, man. I love everything about Hex. I love everything and what it stands for. The Hexicans are dope, man. You guys are super cool. I had a podcast with Litecoin. He was actually my first one I've ever did, and cherry. Yeah, he popped my cherry for sure. And man, you guys are all just so cool. And RG3, I've listened to you for a long time, so I feel blessed to be on your show. I feel a privilege to be a part of the community, and I want to help in any way I can. I have my own little specialties that I do, and I hope that will help the community in some way. I think that's what's cool about us. And man, I'm just super stoked to be a part of Hex. And I've been day one. I've known Richard. He called the 2017's top. I was involved in all that. I've been in crypto for about 5 years. So I watched all that shit go down, and it's been cool, man. Like I'm excited where I am. I'm not disappointed with the decisions that I've made so far, and now we're here. So
Yeah.
Right
Oh,
on.
congrats on your promotion, man.
No, that's good stuff,
thank
man.
you.
And I think what you're trying to say. So here's what happens to all of us. There's a superficial look at Richard and a superficial look at the project, and then there's the hours and hours of live streaming where you get Richard nuggets, where you see the human being behind, the shirts and the overweight guy sitting in the freaking, top hat and all of the stuff that Richard is that people talk shit about. That from the surface looks like scam. It's like, here's this computer guy sitting down in somebody's basement with a fucking big, candelabra and a top hat, and he's talking shit, and he blasts people on this throne.
Not a throne.
So there's this superficial look at Richard, but then there's the community here that has actually sat down and listening to the hours and hours of streams that he did when he was putting this project together. And you get the nuggets of who the man really is. And once you start putting all of those pieces together of who Richard really is, not superficially, but as a human being, then you start to gain confidence in what it is that he did and what he's doing. And us sitting here, the OGs that have been in the project from the beginning, watching him build it and then getting in when it first launched, we are the people who now realize that, you guys are all fools for thinking Richard is something else other than somebody who's trying to do something good in the crypto space. And Hex is something else other than a very fucking good project sitting in a sea of shit. So, I mean, if you're not seeing that, you haven't been around long enough and you haven't done enough research. And when I mean research, I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm not talking about the code. I'm talking about the community, Hex itself, and Richard and who he is and what he's doing. And that's what you're just explaining, is that you saw who Richard was as a human being. And, that's why you bought into this, because it's like, you know what, there's more to it than what everybody's saying or this superficial bullshit. There's something deeper here that this guy's doing. And he's actually trying to help people. He's actually trying to help crypto. He's actually very, very smart and has built something very, very good that people need to take a better look at. So cool, man. I like that, because that's what all of the cutthroats here are about, is they're people that have done their due diligence, and we all feel the same way. So welcome to the club, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the welcome. That was it's cool to be part of such of a great group of great thinkers, man. Like, everybody's so innovative and has their own little niche that they fulfill, and it's really exciting to meet you all. So I'm humbled. Thank you. I appreciate you having me on your show, and thank you.
Good to finally have you here.
Thanks, man.
So what's up, Randy? Unmute yourself and speak your piece, buddy.
Well, I've got my son's in the next room. He just figured out trains, so now he's watching train videos nonstop.
Nice.
All your California railroads. Someone does like videos all day long, recording trains in California, and they just tons and tons of videos. He'll sit there and watch it for hours. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. But you constantly hear that honking noise, right? But guys, for me, I've said it many times, when I've been in the space a long time. 2011 is when I took the deep dive. 2014 is when I bought my first Bitcoin. I'm a gold and silver guy, so Bitcoin has always followed me around. It was, being a libertarian / anarchist, crypto anarchist. That's what brought me in, and I got in. And back when I first watched Richard's stuff, I didn't jive. I didn't really like the way he went across, came across the screen as a Bitcoin maximalist. I was like, man, who the fuck? I like this other shit coins too. I don't. I'm not just about Bitcoin. So whenever someone came across as a maximalist, I just turned the volume down. Whether it was Tone Bays or Richard or anybody else. But when he came out with the Hex website, and I took one look at it, the original one, the one everyone called a scammy site, I said, oh, this shit is it. This is it. I'm a marketer. This is going to work. This is exactly what crypto needs. We're coming at you with a hammer. We're telling you from the beginning that we're here to make money. There's no bullshit, and that got me super excited. And I said, look, we're finally going in the direction that I excel at. So let's just grasp it. And now I'm a huge Richard Hart fan. It took him a while to win me over, but the second he said, Ethereum's cool, I was like, hey, great. I'm on board finally.
He shit all over ETH for a long time, man.
Sure did. It took me a while.
He called it the worst fucking thing that's ever. He fucking.
That's honestly, that was the one thing that was holding me back from Richard back in 2017, man. He was talking
because everybody had a bag, man,
dude,
and nobody likes their bag being shit talked.
Man, I think you're fucking wrong about this one, bro. Till this day,
and guess what? He wasn't at the time. He wasn't wrong at the time. So don't fucking think that any of you guys got something on Richard, because it was shit when it first launched out, and it was shit for a long time, and now. Well,
I mean, people made a lot of money
option.
on ETH. Yeah. People made a lot of money on Ethereum in 2017 and the years before that, actually. So he was wrong on that originally, but I think it's actually going to flip, man. This is something that I spoke to Light about earlier. Is the flipping, and I consider myself a technologist. I didn't say much about my background, but so besides like being exposed to the financial background, I consider myself a technologist. I've worked for companies like Apple, and I'm always.
You said you're a technologist.
I worked for Steve Jobs, not this new motherfucker. This was back in the day. I worked for Apple.
Yeah.
So no, like I'm always pushing, like looking for the new technology and like new innovations, whether it's in finance or just technology, period. And Ethereum has been something that's, man, it's changed the game. And Vitalik was right from day one, and he saw the code. He saw what Bitcoin. He had a vision of what Bitcoin could be, and it blows my mind to think that there are other people that are like in charge and in control of Bitcoin that don't think it can be more than what it is. And at this point, I'm not sure it can be. I think that if they do start changing the code too much, like, well, what do you guys think? You think they're like people will get scared? I mean, every time they release an update, there's a fucking bug. Like they've had 2 inflation bugs already come out that have been exposed. These are real things that people aren't talking about, and these are things that people are just like ignoring. And as a technologist,
I saw a panel where they're just freaking stroking each other off about, Bitcoin with, was on it too. And they were all just stroking each other off about how it's going to be. They were given little one-liners like Bitcoin kills finance in 2023. And they were just saying, stupid, ridiculous crap like that. Bitcoin to 100,000. And, that was like their answers. And the crowd would clap and they'd be all, oh. And freaking dipshit that was, doing the panel, and he would ask them these freaking real easy softball questions, and they'd spit out a one-liner, and the crowd would go wild. And it was just like, what a fucking joke, man! What a joke! And they didn't talk about anything significant, Yeah,
that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. Is we're like some of us do care. I'll say myself, I do care. I care about these things. I care about inflation bugs. I care about updates. I care about pushing the technology forward, whether like just blockchain in general. I keep referencing Moses, but he's been my only podcast so far. But we talked about Roger Ver a little bit, and he actually, despite his whatever personal you want to have opinion about him, he's really pushed the technology forward, and he's pushed blockchain forward. I really respect that about him, and I really respect anybody that's doing that and doing that in an honest way. Yep. Just like Richard, man. Just like Richard.
Easy on. Don't throw honest around crypto too hard, buddy.
I know. I will. No. This is immutable truth. This is recordable. I hope it is recorded, and that is what fucking blows my mind, is that people think that you can just say whatever you want to, and that it doesn't really matter. Like this sushi yam, like this whole Binance shit. Like you didn't think it was a fucking sham before, dude. Like we have audited projects that are being ignored. Like like do you guys,
remember when I was telling you
business
about like the bullshit of fucking Binance buying CoinMarketCap? How crazy that really was. Like, dude, they're just gonna. I said like I was surprised Tron didn't buy it. I mean, there must have been some secret bidding war in the back, dude, because that was probably it's the instrument to be able to pump your bag, because what CoinMarketCap is, it's our indice. Even if it's shitty as fuck, it's our DAO.
They didn't just put CMC up on fucking OfferUp and somebody bought it. I mean, that's not how it went down, bro. I mean, there was some negotiations, some backdoor deals, and some people got their butts hurt, and some people freaking won, and that's what happened. So that's there was some freaking backdoor deal.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was controlled by the same entities, honestly. Like
of course.
It's a lot of money to normal people, but it's not a lot of money in the big scheme of things. And crypto is controlled by less people than we think and that we want to think. This is why.
Yeah, I just want to touch. Let me tell you, Richie, one thing. I did a bunch of the ICOs. I was in the marketing teams for a bunch of them in 2017. Yeah, guys, you can hammer me all you want. But we used to sell out some of the ICOs just with CMC ads. Yeah. So we would spend 50 grand on CMC ads, and we'd raise $20 million. And that was it. That's all. As a marketer, I said, look, that's all we need to do for yours. You got a good enough concept. Let's go with CMC ads. And that was it. I'll run your social media for you.
You fucking killed me, Randy.
I'm not laughing.
God damn, Randy.
God damn it, Randy. You killed me.
Randy's like, all right, I'm going to need $200,000, and you get 50,000 ads. Just walk away.
That was about the cost. I mean, for a month worth of ads, they would charge at that time between 20 and 50 grand. And
when we meet, you owe me at least a steak fucking dinner, buddy.
Well, I'm not that rich anymore. See, I didn't listen to, the what people were calling the top. I was one of the ones that got damaged on the way down. A lot of us
take any profits.
I did in some, but I lived for 2 years without having to work anything, so it was good.
Right. The ones that did own the exchanges, and they're still the ones with the money. So.
Were you hurt because you were holding some of the tokens that you launched, or were you hurt because you were just holding ETH and everything went down?
See, a lot of things people don't understand about crypto when you're working in the inside of crypto is that you get paid a lot of times in tokens, and there's a bunch of them just really shit the bed. So you're talking a couple months worth of work that it was. You thought it was gonna be worth 100 grand, and only ends up being worth $500 because I'll
add to that. Also, when you get paid in it, it's mostly a public ledger, and your boss can see when you sell, and that does play a role into being paid in crypto. And I don't think I've heard anybody talk about this, but I have been paid in crypto before from people, and there was this amount of stress or mental game that came into moving the funds out of the account. So there's a lot to that, and if you wait a week too late, you fucking missed your payday.
Or like me, in a couple of the projects I was locked because I was considered a founder, and because of the SEC rules, you have to be locked for 1 year or more, and a lot of the times, and couldn't touch your tokens. So by the time they were unlocked, they were worthless. So that's painful.
Yeah.
Richie froze.
Did he?
Yeah. No, I know a couple friends of mine that are in some big projects right now, and then they're waiting for their coins to hit a certain dollar point before their tokens unlock, and that's some pretty good company too, and it is kind of weird that someone could actually see where your money goes, and that's what's kind of missing is fungibility, and like I know that's what Richard was talking about with using like Tornado.cash or I think it was like Hex.cash. I forget what the website he said for the Tornado version of it that we have over here for the Hex community. Yeah, but fungibility is missing.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. Let me see if there's any comments here.
ETH is pumping. Somebody
Terry said Randy Scam King.
Randy Scam King.
Hey, that's why I love Richard now, because I can understand. they called me the shill king back in the day. Back in 2017, I was the shill, right?
Oh man. Well, I was on the other side of it, Randy. I mean, I wasn't buying into the ICOs, but I was hanging out with a group of people that were very, very wealthy, and they were crypto influencers, and they would put millions together, and they'd let me put my few $1,000s in, you know, and then they'd get 96% bonuses on the freaking buy-ins of these ICOs. So I was getting some freaking, you know, some nice little buys, and just by hanging out with all these guys. And, but again, I did the same thing. I mean, I knew you were getting paid and all that, but I was just collecting it, and you know, a traditional moneymaker guy, you know, I'm banking this shit, you know. I'm like, okay, well, there's my stack of this, and here's my stack of this, and it's only going to go up from here, right? You know, so, and then you know, so that's where I ended up. But fuck, I did good in 2017.
Yeah, I had this one kid that worked with. Hey, what's up, Johnny?
Johnny. Here's Johnny.
This one kid I knew, he bought Tron. He bought like I think it was like $500 worth of Tron at pre-ICO or something like that. Ended up being like 50 grand, and he cashed it all out immediately.
Smart man.
Smart man.
And he went backpack for a year and a half. You know, hey, do what you gotta do, kids.
I had a cousin that jumped in and jumped out at 80K and said, "No, man, I'm done with this crypto shit." And he took his money and ran. He was the smartest motherfucker I knew. I called him dumb. I said, "No, you're blowing it, man. You're blowing it, man." Fuck, he walked off with his money and got to spend it. So good for him.
My brother sold most of his ETH at $1,000. Fucking asshole.
Nice.
That's another thing. At that time, I was getting paid most of the time in ETH, and you know, it peaked out at 1,200, and then it just
yeah. So what's up, Johnny? Freaking Mr. Twitter King, killing it on Twitter.
Well, good to see Richie here too. Yeah, you know, he's always pushing me to. I guess he's over there. Yeah, he's always pushing me to make all those Twitter comments because he's one of my favorite guys that says, "Hey, I love that."
Yeah, I do love that shit, man. I love your content. Thank you for doing it, man. It really, I've noticed. I've seen you open up. I watched you from the beginning before you were doing it, and I see this like spark inside of you. I see it like you've been opening up more and more every time you do it, and I really appreciate that, and I encourage that. So I love what you do, man. I really do.
That's the way it goes. Because we were watching some of our early streams, you know, me and Dollar Cost were talking about it earlier. It's like, man, we're so much looser now. We're getting more comfortable, and the streams, and Hexo too. Like you look at his early streams, he's like, and now he's like just freaking laying it down there, and everybody's just having a good time now and getting into the swing of this whole thing. But
yeah, I remember when I first did I was a big guy in Google Plus when it launched. I remember the first time I pressed enter to put a post on Google Plus, knowing that it was totally public and going out to the world. I was so scared that I was literally shaking. And this is back in 2011. Now, Facebook, you know, you got your small community and people they were your friends, but on Google Plus, man, that thing was worldwide. Oh man, what kind of crap am I going to take right now? And that's kind of what this is, right? Anybody can watch us.
Yeah, no, there's 130 people watching right now, which is kind of high for the show lately. I guess maybe it's the giveaway. By the way, everybody, don't forget to follow us here on the Dlives. Subscribe on Twitter, or subscribe on YouTube, and follow me, RG3_pirate, on the Twitters, and that's going to get you eligible to enter our 1 million hex giveaway. We're going to be picking 3 people that are going to actually get an entry. You're not going to win tonight, but you're going to get an entry. And as soon as we hit 1,000 followers, for those of you who just stepped on the stream, as soon as we hit 1,000 followers on the Dlive, we are going to spin the wheel and give away 1 million hex, which we just talked about how that's, you know, the 700,000 first place prize is probably worth about $2,500 right now. And, you know, by big payday, could be sitting about $5-6 grand, maybe if we see a nice pump. And, if you stake it out, double that because of big payday and stick it out there 5-10 years. And, you could be sitting on some freaking pretty nice coin just for, winning a little contest on this freaking ridiculous ass pirate show.
That's a good stack of change there. You know,
It is a good
hex.
stack. And by the way, I got to throw a shout out to Ski Cat for hooking us up with that so that we can give that away to the community. Appreciate you, Ski Cat. You rock the fuck out. That's for sure.
Dude, a million hex is a lot of hex. So when I first started staking hex, every stake that I made sure my big payday was a million hex. That's actually that was my strategy. So when I originally started every stake that I made, I wanted to make sure that I got a million for the big payday. You would be, unless you did this, you would be surprised how much less that is now.
We all know a lot of us like staked in January and February, so we know what the value of our hex was then versus
So my stake ladder was every stake that I made for like 555 was at least $1 million plus hex for the big payday, and that shit don't look like that no more. Like I am pleasantly surprised, man. I'm so excited to see how many people are actually doing it. And we've had slow growth, but honestly, man, it's been natural. It's been organic. It's been everything that I actually look for in an investment in a project. Everybody that I see that's got their face out on the internet, obviously, you guys are good people, and you guys aren't trying to hide shit. You're not trying to like pull a fast one, and you're being real as fuck. Which is, I don't know what the sushi guy looks like, honestly. Like,
you'll never see the sushi guy.
Yeah, he looks like this. There's bars in front of him.
The last person that did that was Rhett Creighton, and he fucking had to move countries because we all fucking know what the fuck that motherfucker did. Like you don't want to do that. Like you don't want to be ingenuous to anybody, and so it's cool that you guys are all on the same page. I
look at the founder of Quadriga when he had to fake his death.
People don't realize that. People don't realize that crap, right? That's the real kicker. They don't realize that. It's like, why don't you think about this for a second? Why would Richard put his face out there, have 30 interviews with people shitting on him for the sake of a scam? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. All you have to do is be an anonymous sushi chef with a ETH address, and you can take off with everybody's money. Why go through that effort? Why go through 2 years of development? Why do any of that shit? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Take it on the chin like every freaking week for 2 years.
Well, the only way that you can do something like this is if you already have money. And this is what is so special about Richard. And this is what really pulled me towards him, is that a lot of guys in our situation, or females, whatever you are, we're all looking for the hustle, right? We're all looking to make some money. We're all looking to get there. And somebody like Mr. Hart, he's already there. And there is a big difference I've noticed in business when you do business with people that have already made money, because there's a couple different types. There's people that are trying to make money, and there's people that already have money. And the people that already have money, they really don't give a fuck about what you have to say because they don't care. And that's how Richard is, and that's what I really like and respect about the way he handled the project. He said he went through so many developers, and thank God he did, because he knew he was going to get audits, and he knew it was going to be like a real legit product. Like another thing that people don't realize is that Hex it's forever. This is not like something that's gonna go away. Like this contract that has been created on the Ethereum network, I guess you do have to believe that Ethereum network is gonna continue on, but it's literally like one of the biggest fucking networks that have been created recently. And so I don't see it going anywhere. And even if it was, it could be airdropped or whatever. I know there's like more technicalities to that, but what people don't understand is that Hex is not sushi. It ain't going nowhere. It's not. There's nothing to compete with it, and it's not even competing. It's just a fucking contract that you enter and exit. Like it's so simple. People can't comprehend it, and I think this is what makes it so special. And this is another reason why I try to go out of my way to. Fuck, you get canceled if you fucking support anything. But read between the lines, man. Like this is what I'm into. This is what I'm doing, and I'm really interested in talking to people that are like-minded in the same project.
What's interesting, Richie, is you're kind of making a point that I had made earlier on one of the shows. It's if you have enough money, you're not chasing the dollar. And that's what people don't understand, because most people spend their life, their whole entire existence, doing nothing but chasing the dollar. There are certain things that you cannot purchase with the dollar, and those things are legacy. How are people going to remember you? How are they going to think of you? When you get to a certain point in your life, that's where you start thinking about that. And if you have been successful, you now are starting to think about, what am I going to be remembered for? You can't buy that. That's not something that's tangible and able to buy. That's something you have to work for. That's something you have to build. That's something that no price tag can purchase. So when you have the man that has everything.
And it takes time, which is why I love Hex. Like, wealth doesn't come overnight. Like, 99.999% of the time it doesn't come overnight. It takes time, and like this helps you rewire your brain to setting a fucking goal and going through with it, like setting some money aside and figuring out, lock up 10,000 Hex, lock it up for 5 years, and see what happens. And sorry to cut you off, but
we're in kind of a short-term world where people are thinking about their next paycheck.
Yeah.
So they're always thinking about how to make the next score, the next dollar, the next thing, and they're not seeing big picture. In Richard's case, he doesn't have to do this. He never had to build this project. He could have retired. He never had to help anybody. He never had to build this project. The more money that he makes is not going to make any difference in his life. And people don't grasp that concept because they're not in his position. So that is the difficult thing to express to people, because they may never experience that in their life to understand from that perspective, because most people do. They struggle day from day.
I'll tell you, when we got started, my wife and I'm very upfront with how I've lived. When I first got to Panama, we lived off a budget. Well, after we got married, once I lost my job here, I lived off a budget of $1,200 a month, guys. And we had to move out of Panama City, and we started our business online doing social media for small businesses. We kept growing. I got goldseek.com from my friend Peter, and he started paying me $2,000 a month. And from there, then we got Dollar Vigilante, which was paying us considerably more money, and just kept growing and kept growing and kept growing. And now we have a nice online business. Crypto for me is my play game. This is fun for me. Even though I make a lot more money with crypto. Uh-oh. What was that? two and a half year old. You never know. So it just keeps growing, and it allows us, because people contact me all the time. I want to be a digital nomad, Randy. How do I do it? Oh, man, dude, it took me at least 5 years to get to the point where I could have been a full-time digital nomad and travel all over the world. I mean, next in a couple of weeks, we're leaving Panama, moving to Mexico for the next 6 months. So people are like, how can you do that? Dude, you got to start building your business now. If someone's working a paycheck to paycheck job, spend 2 hours every night learning a skill that can make that possibility happen. Whether it's working online and writing articles for people. Like, look at Vitalik. Vitalik started as a writer for Cointelegraph, right?
Bitcoin Magazine.
Bitcoin Magazine. All these guys got started somewhere.
I started making a video about this today, about like where you start and where you're going. Like, right. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, his boss still owns a fuck ton of ETH. his actual one of the only few people that Vitalik actually told about Ethereum was his actual boss that he turned in his essays to.
Oh, his editor?
His editor.
He creeps and crawls into all of these freaking dark alleys and hears all this shit that freaking goes on in crypto, man. That's why I love having him on here, because he's always freaking hearing some shit somewhere.
I did an entire show on so you heard of the PayPal Mafia, right? It's like Peter Thiel, right. Well, they're still kind of friends. There's this Ethereum PayPal Mafia sort of thing where they all hate each other. You have Vitalik, Let me try to remember all the names. You got Gavin Wood, Vitalik. What's his name? The guy from Cardano, Charles Hopkinson. Like all these guys kind of don't like each other.
Hey,
Like, real,
news
well,
alert.
they don't
News
need
alert. Ethereum was a project from PayPal, man. Like, didn't Peter Thiel pay for fucking Vitalik's college?
He was the earliest investor, or one of the earlier investors.
Yeah.
In it, but that's why like anytime I hear PayPal anything or like there's a couple like I'm not gonna get into it, but like let's just
And
say
Hoskinson was a dev.
No,
Yeah.
but didn't Peter Thiel like support and pay for like Vitalik's like education?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
I mean, it could be kind of important if PayPal is involved in fucking Ethereum. It
part
could
of
be
the Thiel
important,
Foundation,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
PayPal has fucked crypto completely. I mean, it's better than crypto.
What?
It's better than
I
crypto.
fucking hate. I hate PayPal.
Yeah, you can hate it, but it works.
A lot of financial instruments within it.
No.
It works. It works, but it also has a lot of financial instruments within it. You know, lending. It has its own lending platform.
Oh yeah,
and actually, its interest rates are better than banks. So, you know,
it's not hurting. That's for sure.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna say that it actually does suck. I have personally been blacklisted, I guess you could say, off of PayPal. The last time I tried to purchase a bunch of crypto equipment, mining equipment, my account was frozen actually, and it was very
they did jack some people because crypto is their thing. Like like Coinbase, you can link to it right now, and you don't want to actually deposit money from your Coinbase to PayPal. Because then they'll say, "Oh, we got you. You're one of those crypto guys now," and they can shut your account off, and that has happened to people.
Dude, this is another reason why I'm in so many, like, not so many, but privacy coins, and this is another reason why I'm in crypto. You asked me why I was in crypto. I've had multiple bank accounts frozen. I have been traveling. I've had money frozen for fucking no reason other than what somebody else thinks of. And so, like, to me, just having power over my own money is enough reason for me to be involved in DeFi and cryptocurrency and blockchain and having control over my own money. I swear to God, I've had PayPal just straight up fucking blacklist me from ordering too many GPUs and too many ASICs. I ordered a certain amount in 1 month, and they just started fucking blocking
Richie,
my
my argument to you is this. PayPal, you said they suck. They don't suck. They suck to you. They suck to you because they fucking blackballed you. And that's because you're a crypto guy and you want to have free reign of your money and they don't want you to. And
they want you to have their money.
Bottom line is, how's that crypto freedom working out for you? You know, are you able to buy stuff with your Bitcoins? Are you able to buy stuff with your crypto? It doesn't work that way. It really doesn't, you know?
I bought all this with crypto actually, bro. So I take profits, and I do
take profits, but you turn it into cash to buy shit.
Yeah, of course. That's how you take profits from crypto, right?
But that's what I'm saying. It's you're not free yet. You're still at the mercy of the dollar.
Yeah, when you take trade.
We're getting into semantics.
You got game. You got
game. Say, look, I'm going to give you 5 Bitcoin for this, and then buy it free and clear. Then you're good. But if you still have to go through Coinbase and cash it out to turn it into cash, you're not really in the crypto.
You can buy shit with PayPal. You can't buy shit with your Bitcoin. You got to go through.
I can't buy shit with PayPal either, bro.
Not you.
Don't you hear about what I'm saying?
Not you. Not you.
I matter to me, actually. So
I know you do, but what I'm telling you is it's in the big scheme of things. This is a show for the world. PayPal doesn't suck for every,body. It sucks for you, is what I'm trying to say.
They actually got Martini Guy, too. They got that Martini Guy, and how they got him was he was moving money from Coinbase to PayPal, and he lost his PayPal account forever. And they told him, yeah, sorry about that. We'll send you a check in a couple months.
Yeah, RG3, you don't care because it hasn't happened to you yet, but it has happened to me. And this
no, it's not that I don't care. It's not that I don't care.
you're kind of
what I'm saying
like
is,
people's money being
Like
frozen.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is PayPal doesn't suck because PayPal gets used by hundreds of thousands of people every day to buy and sell goods.
Until it's
it is a
important for
means
you.
of exchange. It works. Crypto is not a means of exchange. It doesn't work.
Well,
it is a speculation tool.
People pay me for my services with crypto. They've been doing it for
You are a unique situation. We're talking to the world here.
But it works.
Randy, you are a unique situation up there.
So what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to keep this real for everybody. I don't want everybody jumping on here thinking that we're just like all the other maxis out there saying that Bitcoin is taking over finance, because it's fucking not. Crypto isn't taking over shit yet. It's
Is that what I
There's one
said?
good project out
That's
there,
not what I
and it's
said.
called HEX. And you can stake it, and you can sit on it for years, and you can make some gains on it. And hopefully the price go up when you get your gains, so you can make more money off of it.
That was not my purpose or what I was trying to come.
Well, that's none of our
what I was-
purpose, Richie.
What I was
We all got into
what I was
crypto.
trying to say is that there are real life situations and real money is involved. So for me, I'm a real person sitting here, and I've had companies the reason why I'm involved with crypto. The original question you asked me was why I'm in crypto, and it's because I've had bank accounts frozen. I've had transactions frozen. I have been able to. I've been literally trying to pay people money, and it's been fucking frozen. And that is why I'm in crypto. This is why I'm in blockchain. This is why I'm in DeFi. This is why I'm interested in the technology. So like, I'm not shitting on PayPal. I'm just letting people know like.
They shit on you is what happened.
Yeah, I thought that I thought that I had.
You guys are both right. Okay, let's move on, you guys. Come on.
It's okay. We're learning about Richie, and we're learning about finance, and we're learning about what sucks and what doesn't, and for who it does and doesn't suck for.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure it doesn't suck for you. I'm sure it's fucking.
What he's saying is important, because anytime you use a centralized entity, you are putting yourself at the exposure of whether or not they're going to allow you to have your money. And that's the same with exchanges, and that's what HEX tries to get people away from, is using those centralized entities and holding your own keys and being able to account for your own funds. And, and it's true. I think about it all the time. I've not had any accounts shut off on me. I've had credit cards put on hold because they thought whatever was a fraudulent charge. But I mean, I had access to other money, but I can't imagine sitting with a large amount of money and then my bank account's just getting flipped off. That would be
when you're buying
terrifying.
Or something like that. It's like, why are you guys shutting me down for that? By the way, thanks Mama Rock for the diamonds. Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
You guys would appreciate living outside of the US. You guys don't live in a free country. Let me tell you that. I'm not going to go into all the aspects of why I'm a lot freer than you motherfuckers. But the problem that you guys are talking about, we don't have those problems.
No, man, I've traveled a lot. Actually, I'm pretty familiar with other countries. The
financially, you're not free outside the US.
Someone said dollar cost checking Litecoin price and sweating bullets.
Should have bought more HEX.
He should have bought HEX when I told him to.
I posted my little bull like the day before. I put up the little bull post going, all right, guys, it's flash sale, 4 for a penny. Get them now.
Yeah. It was like that.
When you're
at that point where is that, shit or get off the pot, when the chart just starts going down to that narrow point, and it's either going to go up or it's going to go way low, and it went up. So
the flag. Yeah. The flag pattern, they call it, I guess.
Yeah.
I know nothing about that stuff.
I don't either.
No, I don't expect we can go below 0.002. I just don't think it's possible. So when it got close there, it's kind of buying time.
Yeah, but, I don't know when you think.
It can. Obviously, it can, RG, but I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, no, it can. We've seen every single crypto.
If it's going to happen, my belief is it's going to be post BPD, and it's going to be those couple weeks after that when all these people think they're going to make money with their coins, and they're going to dump them. And that's the only time I think it's going to happen, if it can.
Actually, I don't think that's going to happen. I'll tell you why. It's those dark patterns, man. They are going to bite people like a son of a bitch. That's why I'm not selling a damn thing anywhere near big payday, because there are people. This is the biggest fun dark pattern right here. Okay. There are people right now that believe that if they stake for 10 years, they get that bonus for the 10 years, right? On big payday. No. When they emergency unstake the day after big payday, you know who's going to get that? We are. And you know how many people are going to try that bullshit? Lots of them. So that is going to be some really serious, funny shit when that starts happening. You know what else is going to happen? Those Bitcoin people are going to claim their coins last minute. They're going to come in. They're going to be like, oh, I'm going to get a stash. They're going to dump on big payday. And they come in and they get 1% of their stack. And 1% of that stack is 90% stake for 350 days.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn you down a little bit. Hold on a second.
All right.
Wait, no. I was
going
going
out yours again.
to say turn them up, bro. I like it.
I got messaged. I got messaged by some of those people. So some of those folks have been messaging me like, "Hey, how can I claim my hex? But is it safe to do the the whole?"
Do you just laugh at that point?
Has anybody reported any problem with free claiming?
No.
9 months. Nobody has reported any problems with free claiming, other than the fact that they make what. Richie?
They can't dump it right then. That's their only big problem.
You know what?
That's their big problem is they can't dump it when they want to. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, John, I put you. You can't get back in the Cutthroats unless you got to do the phone number thing. I sent you my number, whatever.
Okay.
It won't let you in because of whatever. But yeah, Randy, since you are in, just to let you know, since you're in the Cutthroat room, the link goes there every week, and you are welcome to come onto the stream every single week,
guys.
being a Cutthroat. And then if I got a guest and we don't want to bring you on, you just sit in the green room. And I don't
look. I was planning on doing my live streams Monday through Thursday at 10 p.m. at night, but man, I'd like recording videos and editing them before I post them. The live stream thing, man, I don't know.
Live is definitely difficult, and you get a lot of comments from everybody as far as when you fuck up or you say something wrong or stupid or whatever. But I don't give a shit.
I don't apologize.
You had a problem with free claim?
Yeah, I have recently. So the last person that I tried to help free claim, the transaction fees were more than the free claim.
That could happen. That's an ETH problem. That's not a hex problem, though.
I was just trying to be transparent with an issue that I had, and the person that I it wasn't a small amount of Bitcoin either, and it was still like way more fucking ETH. And he was like, "I'll just fucking buy the hex." Yeah. So we are at a point, and I am going to point this out because this is you said we can say anything, right? RG3.
Yeah. Lay it on.
Yeah. So the question was, is there any issues? And yes, there's an issue right now, and it is with transaction fees. So
transaction fees. That's not a secret, I mean, fucking $30-something transaction fees. I mean, holy crap, that's huge. I mean, that's not, and that's why I say things like PayPal works better than crypto, because you have stupid shit like that doesn't exist out there in the other finance world. Is what I'm trying.
I can make a transaction in Ethereum, but I can't in fucking.
Well, of course you can't PayPal because they freaking blackballed you.
Yeah, dude.
And they kicked you to the curb.
And that's not the first time a bank has done that to me. So I don't know why, but for some reason,
you gotta watch your shit, bro.
My money gets frozen all the time, bro. This is why crypto is important to me. The boss that I work for right now. So I'm in the cannabis industry, and he recently started in 2008. And since 2008, he relocated to be in Denver, specifically to be a legal cannabis entrepreneur. And his bank account has been frozen 8 times. 8 times since 2008. And it's for receiving payments from what is considered a legitimate company in the state of Colorado. So this is another reason why I'm in crypto. you think you were just kind of like sitting here laughing like PayPal's not a big deal, but bro, I'm trying to buy something from somebody and I can't, and that's an issue. And this is why I'm in crypto, and this is why it's important to me. Just so you know, like that.
Well, because you've lost
that's
options.
my voice
is
point.
what it is. You've lost options.
But from what? Like, why can I spend my money?
Well, it's the business that you're in. I mean, you know that business has only been doing business with cash and just barely started being able to do business with banks recently, within the last year and a half, 2 years.
That wasn't me personally. This is just an example of why I'm not giving control over decentralized banking systems, period. This is why I'm in Ethereum. This is why I'm in things like blockchain and Bitcoin and cryptos, because I'm not interested in centralized exchanges or people that can turn off my money. Like,
so tell me
that, but the big fuck you to people that can turn off my money like that. That's just
and I agree with you, Richie. But I mean, what? So you're kind of off the grid. So you're living off the grid and you're living in crypto, right? Is that what you're telling me?
I am.
Cash and crypto.
I'm not going to say all that shit, but
well, I mean, if you are, that's important for people to know. Is it possible? How hard is it? How difficult is it? Because I mean, that's what we're here in crypto, is because crypto is supposed to replace finance. It's supposed to be an option. How is it working out for a guy like you? You're running out of options in the real finance world. That's information that could be valuable to people to know, hey, is it possible for me to go off the grid and start living off crypto?
I'm saying it's fucking hard. It's fucking hard. And it's really important that we have conversations like this and that we are open with communicating that USTDC, which is like Coinbase's stable coin, can be frozen. PayPal can be frozen. Your money, it's not important to you until you have a lot of money that can be fucking frozen. And so, like, I understand that these are not like the everyday like situations where like you're dealing with a couple $1,000 or whatever. But when you're talking about real fucking money and somebody just fucking freezes it mid-transaction, mid-conversation, mid-deal, whatever it is, this is a big problem, and this is maybe not a big problem for everybody. This is a big problem for me, and so like this is just kind of like, I know this is my first time on the show, but this is where I come from. Like this is my stance, and this is why I'm in DeFi. Is like fuck you saying I can't make a transaction.
Well, Richie, the guys, the cannabis guys, they were flying down here to Panama and talking with my old boss. They have a vault here in Panama Pacifico where I live, right on the airfield. It's a Basel III vault. Backed by Lloyd's of London, and the cannabis guys were flying down here, and they were talking about just bringing plane loads of cash and just storing it in the vault because they had no other option.
Yep.
To this is 2015, 2016.
Yeah. So well, they're just allowing cannabis companies to start using banks, and when I was looking at the industry the last few years, that's the reason I didn't get into it, is because it was too hard to transact. And I wasn't going to walk around with a 9 mil and a shotgun and freaking cash every day, just so that I can, put money in a fucking box, because they weren't allowing, even though they legalized it out here in California, they weren't allowing people to bank. And that is important when you have a business. You have to be able to transact. And, I thought that crypto might be an option for that, but it's not. It's not an option either. And
unless you're outside of the U.S.
Unless you're outside of the U.S., I'm talking about California, and of course, it's even worse here. But I mean, the situation that we're looking at here and we're talking about is crypto is not a solution. That is something that. So, a guy like me, I have a business. I transact every day. I use an app called Zelle. That I flow money from in seconds. I get paid. I can pay out. It works like a charm. I can't transition my business into crypto and it still work and operate and function.
But
I can still.
But RG3, what if you have to? What if Zelle stops your payments? And this is where I'm at, because I'm in an industry where I'm trying.
Well, I understand that that's where you're at. But the most of the free free business community is not in that situation. You know,
So do you
that's
not
why.
care?
No, of course I care. Of course I care. I didn't say I didn't care. What I'm saying is that your situation is not the norm. Your situation is not what the world is experiencing right now. Your situation
not
happens
yet.
and it sucks. It does. And especially sucks for you. But your option
do I have-
isn't really even
Greek, Lebanese, from Cyprus, from all these other countries that have all their accounts locked down. And then these people have to they're forced to find the alternative, and they all turn to crypto.
and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
but it's just not easy to
the
it's not easy to
alternative is
function that
crypto.
way.
But I'm just letting you know that like my like the way I think is that like I don't have another choice, honestly. So I like the way I approach crypto and the way I'm approaching this whole thing is that like I need a solution for my money and my business.
Of course you do.
That's-
If you can't do it
that's how I'm
elsewhere.
approaching it, and like
My Venezuelan employees love getting paid in crypto.
yeah, that's all I'm trying to say, man. I'm just trying to like bring a different perspective.
Yeah,
No,
if
I
you could,
appreciate
like,
it because that's what we're talking about, you know. But again, you know, it's a unique situation. But my real question, what I really want to know is, you know, how do you function in crypto? How does it work? What are the way? How do you do it?
You work?
How
Because
is it
we don't
you do it?
understand how to do it, Richie.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You bring value to the conversation because you're actually attempting to do that which we haven't figured out how to do yet.
like, well,
Did
I don't know.
freeze?
He froze.
And he's froze.
Now they're shutting his
Damn
internet off too.
I
Well,
just did. I just did a
Bitcoin card that I fucking pay for fucking groceries and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah. I think he's missing what I'm trying to say to him. What I'm trying to say to him is, hey, fuck, I'd love to switch everything over to crypto myself, but it's not possible. It can't happen. I can't live off crypto. It just doesn't work.
PayPal is the only thing I still have access to the U.S. banking system. I got a PayPal business card.
Mhm.
I can access anywhere in the world. And if I'm ever in a pinch, I'd be like, "Hey, mom, put $1,000 on my PayPal card," and she could do it for me or something like that. So PayPal is like my emergency card. So I still always have it. I just never connect. I never let those two parallel lines interconnect. Crypto and PayPal stay separate. Always.
And now, what about any of the other apps? Cash App or
Cash App is good.
what's the other one? The
Venmo,
the communication one that they use in China all the time that everybody
WeChat.
WeChat.
WeChat's
then-
kind of bullshit, but it works.
Yeah.
It works well. But if you do something that the government doesn't like, you're fucked.
So they keep
Europe-
that like a motherfucker too. Then
In Europe, they have Revolut, and Revolut also works with crypto. So you can. It's centralized though. So we had a very bad experience with WireX back in the day. I don't know if you guys know what WireX is. They're not available in the US, but we had them here for a couple of years. And one day they went into like maintenance mode. And when they did that, it took off the 2FAs and somebody hacked our account. Because it was connected to my wife's email. I don't know how it happened, but she got a message saying that someone was trying to take 7 Bitcoin out of the account. This is early 2017. So back then that wasn't a lot of money. That was like $4,200 or something like that, or something, so they tried to send 7 Bitcoin out. And dude, I just see me. I was running to the computer, flipped my computer on, got in there. And dude, they went into maintenance mode and disabled the 2FAs. So we almost lost 7 Bitcoin, but I was able to cancel it because they have a period. They only were sending it out like 3 or 4 times a day. So I was able to cancel and change the password. And so we had a very close call. Anything that's centralized is scary as shit. Not your coins, or not your keys, not your crypto, right? So we got to be real careful, even with all those cards. So don't only keep a small amount on those crypto cards.
Yeah. I've got a small amount. I've got a little bit in a one called Zoom. It was a crypto card, and it's been working pretty good so far. You could switch different cryptos in it and then spend actually that crypto, which is kind of cool.
There's a new one coming, and I'll let everyone know when it comes. My friend's actually launching it, and it's going to have a where you can actually take a little bit of credit against your holdings.
Oh,
Not a lot, but there's one coming, and he told me I can't actually say the name yet, but it'll be here in the next couple months, and I can't wait because it can be used worldwide. And that's a problem with these crypto cards. A lot of them are regional, like Revolut and WireX are available in Europe, and in the US, you guys have the one that was Roger Ver backed.
There's going to be an official Visa card, but it's coming out for Litecoin, but it's going to be out later this year.
Yeah.
It's actually a Visa card.
Yeah, I can't remember the
I
names.
worry a little bit. I worry a little bit about these cards because again, you're basically depositing crypto into a custodian service.
Yes.
And that is the bank, and they can say whether or not you spend your money.
It's a straight up exchange.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Little bits, small amounts.
Yeah,
That's
I only keep a little bit in there, like, you know, and I've tried it out to see if it works. You know, I went to Home Depot and spent my freaking ETH on it or whatever I wanted to spend on it, you know, and it worked fine. You know, it just boom, paid for the transaction and pulled it.
Yeah, look at Cryptarium. Cryptarium was a perfect example of I'd like to punch somebody. I think it was $250 for the card, and then we loaded I think like $200 more worth of Bitcoin on just to test it. Couldn't use it at the ATMs. It was a Union Pay card, which means it's a Chinese company.
I did one of those too.
You know, and we spent all this money, never could use it. And then it's like, oh, we'll send you your money back, but there's some fees, and we got like $50 back, and we spent $400 or was close to $400 on this damn card. I'm like, what a scam, man!
Yeah,
absolute scam.
That's why I don't like those cards because, you know, again, KYC, AML, it's in an exchange, and it's everything we're against in crypto is, you know, in order to spend that money, you got to go and get gate kept and monitored, and they can shut you down. So you don't want to put a large amount. You don't want to flow money in and out of there. You don't want to, it's just not a viable solution. It's just not viable.
See, my game plan is to get all my fellow business owners into HEX, so that like when I go to their store, I can pay them in HEX. When they come to my store, they can pay me in HEX, and then we don't ever have to worry about any of that bullshit.
Well, you know, and that might be the way that it all has to start. You know, we might have to just start these small communities of spending crypto, you know, like, and it's just got to kind of branch out. I don't know. I mean, it sounds goofy, but I mean, that might be like a barter system, you know, you just, you know, get a group of people and then you'll start some type of a website where everybody's, you know, starting to know who does it. And
eBay with that.
I've tried that before and it didn't work. And what was the Bitcoin one? The Bitcoin. What was it, bud?
From Cash App.
I don't know. They had a list of, you know, companies that you could buy shit through with Bitcoin, and then all the companies started dropping off of it and everything.
You're talking about Overstock or whatever, the first big website that accept like Bitcoin or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know.
I like Cash App. It's pretty. I haven't had a fucking problem with it. It's quick. Obviously, you're using it for $10,000 or less of anything, right? But
yeah, because we spend $10,000 every day, you know.
I don't judge, bro. I don't assume. I just assume you're all balling. That's it.
That's my budget for 5 months, man. I live like a pauper.
So yeah, I haven't had a problem. Anytime I've had like a little thing, oh shit, I need some cash. It's in my account like this, that fast. I mean, literally within 2 seconds, I can get like 10 G's in my bank account if I ever need anything. And just
Internet Lurker said it backed. BAKT backed. I think that was it.
I remember that. Yeah.
Partnerships. Yeah. And it was a list of all these I think even Lamborghini was on there and all that kind of shit. And they were taking Bitcoin they were like trying to create this community of crypto, you know, companies that were accepting crypto, and then they all started dropping off like flies.
Well, I mean, HEX can be just as much peer-to-peer once we have like a mobile wallet going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, for instance, somebody could show up to whatever shop and you could just buy that much HEX. So like, for instance, I was trying to onboard some of my small business friends into HEX, and they didn't have a Coinbase account yet. So I said, okay, let me just go ahead and sell you some ETH. So here, I'm going to buy the ETH. There it is. Okay, I'm going to now, you give me the money. Okay, Now I will send you that ETH to your MetaMask wallet right now. Beep. There you go. Now you got your money. So I got to show them how it worked.
I wouldn't do that.
You know,
Johnny, don't do that anymore. Okay.
No,
for tax reasons, don't do that.
Don't do that.
especially if Coinbase is reporting.
Right.
They are now.
This is reporting like mad.
But anyway, sent that off to no, I'll just tell them I put it on the exchange.
I got
liquidated, man. They got liquidated for cash real quick. But anyway, so you know, I sent that to them, and they were able to purchase their HEX, you know, right away without having to go through the KYC, all that stuff that requires for Coinbase. Now, eventually, they got their Coinbase account up and running, but that allowed them to get into it without having to go through the extra 5,000 steps that prevented them from actually getting into HEX to begin with.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Even though I don't live in the U.S., I still am an American. I will not assist anybody in buying crypto. I will not help them. I won't introduce them to people to buy crypto. I get messaged all the time, Randy, who would I buy Bitcoin from? Go to an exchange. I won't do it. My brother's really high up in the one that starts with the F. And he thinks I'm an absolute criminal, right?
Can y'all hear me?
so I know how it is with these people. So I don't mess around with it at all. They will come after folks. Even in the US, you know, people who are doing transactions at like at coffee shops and stuff, you can go to jail for that. Doing transactions with crypto.
Yeah,
Helping people buy, especially if they end up going and doing something that's illegal, then you're liable. So stay away from that.
Just my local Bitcoins or whatever.
Yeah, local Bitcoins is a no-no in the U.S. Big time. And here we have it in Panama, and that's not a problem. But for you guys, don't go anywhere near that stuff.
Yep.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. It sounds like you're good now.
Okay.
You're cracking a little bit, but if you keep your video off, you might be able to like hang in.
I had to switch to my computer because my phone died. I'm still learning this this whole social media thing. So sorry about that.
Internet Lurker said Johnny's balls just went into his throat.
What?
Oh, I didn't mean to scare. I didn't mean to scare Johnny. I'm just saying, just stay away from helping other people get into crypto. Let them use exchanges. Let them use Coinbase and things like that.
I always suggest Coinbase first. I know it's like the evil thing, but getting somebody like the Coinbase app, like, do you guys know an easier way to onboard somebody?
Nope.
No, Coinbase app's probably the best. And like I said, you know, they ended up getting their Coinbase account. We're not talking about thousands of dollars or anything. You know, we're just talking about a little bit to get them started so they understood how the system works. So no, I'm not worried about it at all. If I go to jail, they ain't getting no money out of me. So good luck with that.
Well, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to get that. They're going to say it on the tax form at the end of the day. Hey, we see that you made this purchase. You know, that's the worst thing that happens.
Sorry, I missed whatever the last like 3 or 4 minutes was you guys had.
Just Richie, just be careful when you assist people with crypto.
Oh yeah, thanks for warning me, bro. I'll give you a little hint. All my best friends are lawyers, like for a fucking reason. Like,
it sounds like you need them. It sounds like you need them.
RG3, if you only had any fucking idea, bro.
I'm starting to get one. I'm starting to get an idea.
Yeah,
Richie's a good guy to know. I might need a lawyer. Oh wait, he's over there. Okay,
yeah,
I might need a lawyer, Richie.
You can't see me pointing right now, but I'm pointing at you and I say, "I got you, bro." Like I got you.
And if I disappear, it's because I said something really shitty about these big exchanges trying to suppress HEX and off my ass. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, there's some money back there, but I have real doubt in the ability of these exchange owners to really have any.
Oof, really? Why? Why do you doubt them, man? They have so much fucking money.
They got money, but they don't know what to do with it. They haven't done anything good with it yet.
They're gatekeeping
Well, when they start
Hex.
thinking they're going to lose their ass because something else is going to replace them, and CZ is afraid right now with this whole thing.
Yeah,
but
he
what-
is.
With all-
He
Can
wants
I
to stay
say-
relevant. He deleted his tweet.
Can I say a theory that I have
Yeah,
about CZ?
lay it.
So I got a little theory about CZ.
Well, be careful with that because just be careful.
That's that mafia that'll knock you off.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
Hey, guess what? RG3. I say what the fuck I want to say. So if you're gonna let me talk on your channel, I'm gonna fucking say it. Like,
well, it's the platform you're talking on.
okay, well, I'll be very polite, like I always am. So I have a theory that the whale penalty really fucking pissed off a couple exchange owners, and Binance was actually one of the exchanges, the major exchange that did not get to claim due to the way the rules were written for Hex. So there's a couple different reasons why CZ would be gatekeeping a Hex, and it's not just the fucking pink logo. It's not just like Richard Hart's past. It's that there was a enormous financial decision that was made with not letting Binance claim the free Hex. So there's more to the story than just like that you're thinking about. I think you got to think about that. And somebody like CZ, I don't know how many like multi-millionaires. He's going to be a billionaire, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how many billionaires you know, but they really don't give a fuck about you, especially if you fuck them out of money. And they don't, like, he doesn't have to care. So, like, he can list sushi, he can list yams, he can list whatever the fuck he wants, and he really doesn't care about Hex. And he's in a position to do that. And that's, like, the structure of power that I think a lot of people don't understand.
I'm gonna slightly disagree with you, Richie, because he did make a post, and the post was exposed that the reason he listed sushi was because he knows for a fact that if he does not move with the way of DeFi, that Binance may become irrelevant, and it was deleted.
Yeah,
It was.
And
it
so
was
this is
deleted.
why you're disagreeing with me?
Well, I'm saying that he recognized you said he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care because
he doesn't want that
dude,
cash flow to stop.
You think the money that he acquired from listing that fucking sushi pump tweet matters compared to his fucking bankroll? It doesn't.
Oh, no.
It doesn't matter.
No,
so
but what he did
I'm not buying that, man.
But what he did to decentralized exchanges was more valuable than any amount of money he made off of that. He wasn't making money off of that. He was trying to make as far as I'm concerned, he was trying to make
Centralized exchanges.
the DEXs look bad by pulling the rug out from underneath.
I think he was trying to pull users from Uniswap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's
Absolutely.
what I wrote about. I wrote that in my article a couple days ago. So
That's for what's happening, dude. All the
like I said,
shit. They're DeFi a bad name.
He
Yeah,
doesn't give a fuck about the money, dude. He doesn't get money from the transactions of Hex, honestly. And he didn't get to free claim. There's lots of different reasons why CZ would not list Hex. And this is something that the community is figuring out, which is I think is actually super like valuable. It's people like me, it's like people like you guys who are sitting here who actually care, who are actually thinking about this open-mindedly and being like, all right, here's another like blockade in the road. Like here's another situation where somebody has way too much fucking control, and it's CZ. And like, as far as I'm concerned, my money is not going to be controlled by CZ. So I for other,
you're gonna run out of
avenues.
Use your money if you keep.
Oh, you don't know me, RG3, bro. I don't quit. You
No,
don't know me.
I hear you. But what I'm saying is, the bridge burning. It's so you
don't seem like a guy that like lays over and folds over, man. Is that how you're?
not saying to lay up and fold over. I'm saying when you paddle out to that island, when you paddle out your boat to that island and you burn the boats, you ain't getting off that island.
Get off there, bro. Like,
I'm not saying that.
I'm a little surprised with the action, by the way. To be honest with you, like, you're a fucking pirate. So like, why are you questioning me and my fucking I'm telling you that I have been shadow banned. I've been blocked from PayPal. I've been blocked from so many avenues. I've been blocked from Wells Fargo. I've been blocked by so many goddamn banks and people that hold the keys. And to hear a pirate who is talking DeFi, like, kind of discouraged me. I'm a little confused, bro. Like, I really don't understand. Like,
what I'm saying is you got a pattern going on here, bro.
Yeah, I fucking move money that people don't want me to move. Like, what the, I don't know what the fuck you tell me. Like I'm trying to fucking feed the poor, bro. Like, I don't know what you want to tell me. Like,
when you get blocked from financial institutions, you're doing something, right?
No, that is exactly why I'm in fucking DeFi, bro. No, I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm hurting nobody. This is exactly why I'm having this conversation with you.
Victimless crime.
I'm hurting nobody. And actually, these things that I'm talking about are not even like basically my money. Like, I've had a couple bank accounts frozen, like when I'm traveling. Not a fucking big deal. But I'm talking about people that I know personally that have had massive amounts of money frozen, and they can't move it. And you just don't, like, it's not a problem for you because it's not a problem for you, but it's a problem for a lot of people. And I think this is where at
least you're not Ross Ulbricht who went to prison for just having a website. You know,
yeah.
I went to prison for having a joint, bro. Like, I don't even know what's worse. Like,
yeah.
I have been to prison. I've been locked in a fucking cage. Like,
sucks, man.
Yeah. Like, tell me about your problems. Like, what the fuck you want to hear?
Hey guys, I didn't tell you guys, but I did a transaction on ETH, and it would cost me $3 to go into the lobby, the AA lobby. So the prices have come down, thank God.
Oh, good.
Hey, did anybody check out that ZK Sync shit?
ZK Sync, yeah,
or ZK Sync.
ZK Sync. And I also checked in. Okay, so all those. I'm going into Richie's idea here. The only real large exchange that listed us or listed Hex looks like HitBTC, right?
Oh,
and
they obviously claim they're free Hex because, I mean, they had a shitload when they first opened, but it's like down to a tenth of what it was.
Okay. I mean, I would never use HitBTC. I don't recommend anybody does.
But BTC, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They screwed me bad back in 2017.
Yep, lost shit ton of money.
Yep. And so I'm just saying they're the only big exchange. There's Bitmart and there's Hotbit, but they're like they're past the 20 mark, aren't they, as far as size? So,
yeah.
Yeah, we're not seeing the bigger exchanges trying to get their
Binance should have been able to claim unless they were multi-sig, which I
think they had multi-sig.
No, but I think they had made sure that I think one of the reasons why they took so long as well, they made sure certain exchanges could claim. They made sure Binance and all of them could claim if they wanted to.
Oh, really? Oh, when they changed it, they added the 3.
Yeah, so
it was just addressed with 1, correct? And then they added 3.
They specifically made sure that the big exchange wallets could claim, like Binance and the rest of them, if they wanted to.
So Binance can claim?
Yeah, they could claim.
They should have been. Yeah, they should have been able to claim all along. But I mean, they're going to be missing so much now that it's going to be ridiculous.
They're gonna shoot themselves in the foot for the fucking satisfaction.
Yep. They could have claimed it and sold it all off. They could have did price setting if they wanted to. If they really wanted to damage the product, they could have just put a big sell wall up, and really pushed the price down had they had actually claimed. But now they're at a point where if they claim now that their stacks are going to be locked, for 350 days beyond, plus they're going to only get a fraction of what they could have claimed initially. So really, in all actuality, by ignoring it, and they only hurt themselves. So
was Kraken multi-sig? Do you guys know?
I believe Kraken could claim too, but they didn't.
Really
bizarre, absolutely bizarre.
It is bizarre, but I don't give a shit.
It doesn't matter because it goes to the stakers.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Now the OA, when it comes to listing on exchanges. Normally a crypto project, when they get on a new exchange, they have to deposit a certain amount of coins. Now, I guess the OA is going to be participating in this. So in the future, that's taking coins off the market because they have to be put into a liquidity on these exchanges. I mean, they'll still be in the market, but they have to have something on the exchanges. You can't just list a coin and have no liquidity.
Well, maybe or maybe not, because I don't know that the OA is actually going to give up any of its coins.
Yeah,
they might have to buy the liquidity from the stakers. It's very possible they may have to buy their own damn liquidity to list the coin now, because, Hex has done something that's unprecedented. We're not begging exchanges to list us because we don't fucking need them.
Don't need it.
That's the kicker, and that's why they don't want us, is because we don't fucking need them.
Nope.
And that is a serious problem to the system as it is.
Yep. It's the first project to actually be launched and utilize and be reliant on a DEX.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessary to have it on exchanges. Now, it's been nice having more liquidity out there.
Yeah.
That's just kind of a cherry on top of Hex. That has nothing to do with the fundamentals.
Did you guys read
where that comes in where that comes into play is the safety feature. Okay, you take something like the sushi, the hot dogs, and the yams. All their liquidity was on Uniswap, so all they had to do was kill the kill switch, pull their liquidity, and out they go. Right. Yep. So with Hex, you've got 30 other exchanges that list it, so there's always a place to sell your coin. And BitConnect did the same shit. They were listed on one other exchange. There was absolutely no liquidity on it whatsoever. Flip off the website, boom, exit out. But Hex actually has those 30 other exchanges, and that's where that's important. So other than that, as long as the liquidity stays, we're good.
Speaking of liquidity, did you not see RH's tweet today?
No. What do you say?
I saw some tweets on what
double liquidity on Uniswap V2.
It also said something about pooling liquidity.
I didn't see. I missed that one.
Oh God! I hope I'm not speaking out of place. What happens if so theoretically, there's somebody providing most of the liquidity of Hex on Uniswap.
Right.
If that person took away that liquidity, what the fuck would happen to the price of Hex?
You got 30 other exchanges. Now, if it happens with a coin that's only liquidity provided on Uniswap, then you would call that an exit.
What percentage is being traded on Uniswap though? Because your fucking 5% doesn't fucking matter.
No, it does matter because there is still liquidity available on other exchanges. We're talking, millions of Hex are still available on other exchanges, and plus you can sell into it.
What percent though? Like 5, 7, 10% maybe on exchanges? Most of it's on Uniswap, right?
Yeah, Uniswap, Bitcoin.com, Bitmart.
Okay, so if there's nobody to sell into, what happens to the price?
Well, if there's nobody to sell into, what happens to the price with any crypto? I mean, that's the kicker. But if it's just limited to just Uniswap, you have the sushi situation. You see.
This is the argument I've gotten over and over and over again. People saying to me, Randy, what if people pull the rug on Uniswap? And I always say, look, there's other exchanges, just like Johnny said.
Look, hold on. Let me tell you what's going to happen. If the liquidity gets pulled from Uniswap, it's coming from mostly one person. Like, where the fuck you think all the Hex came from? That's being sold on Uniswap. So if it gets sold, are you selling? Like, most of us are staked. So this is a theory again.
No, most of it's not staked. Have you seen the staking percentage? Most of it is not staked.
14.5.
No, most of the total supply is not staked. Not most of the fucking users are staked. So most of the users are like you and me and fucking Litecoin. How much of percentage are you staked?
100%.
No. There's a lot of factors here. This is not a one or two factor. You've got people that have hundreds of thousands or even millions of Hex that don't even fucking know how to stake it. Okay? They like the symbol, they buy it off an exchange. All right? You've got the exchange that are in order.
My question. My question was the amount of users. How many do you think of the users are staking?
I don't know. There's 217,000 wallets.
But there is a percentage.
Well, right now we have 14% of the total supply staked or so, 14.4 or something like that. of the total supply is actually physically staked.
My point is that you, John, are not holding the percentage of fucking liquidity on the Uniswap.
No, I'm not holding
it. So if you pull your liquidity, like there's just less hex to fucking buy.
True.
I think this is gonna pump the price. Is what I'm getting.
Well,
at.
of course, it's going to pump the price if the liquidity goes down.
Yeah, I think you guys like are kind of misinterpreting what I'm getting at.
So you're explaining it.
I couldn't find the tweet you were talking about. I went back for like 5 days.
No.
Because Richie, the argument is always when people say that is always that, oh, what happens if someone pulls the liquidity off of Uniswap? They're gonna say the price plunges. But you're saying the opposite way.
Yes, because the liquidity from the Uniswap is being provided from the fucking like.
Yeah, of course.
That's
it will
always
run out. If people buy and don't sell, then what happens is the hex size runs out and the east side grows. So every time you purchase, the hex side requires more ETH to purchase.
Yes. This is what I'm getting at, and this is what I'm trying to say to people. Like, I'm not getting at that hex is about to dump. I'm saying that I saw a tweet today, and it wasn't me. Sorry, like when it was Richard. No, the other Richie, the other Richie fucking made a quote about pooling liquidity. Fuck. I realize we're live now and people are listening, so I should not be saying this like publicly. I was under the impression that I saw a tweet today that hinted towards pooling liquidity off of Uniswap, which would in fact raise the price of Hex. Because if there's nobody to fucking sell it, the price goes up. Like this is very simple math.
Yeah. Well, we've all known that here. We've had this discussion many times. So we didn't know what you were getting at, but we understand that as the liquidity drains on Uniswap, price go up. We know that.
Double check Richard Hart's tweets today, then.
Yeah, I am right now.
I was doing.
I didn't see it in there, but it's something that we've talked about with him. Time and time again. We understand.
Yeah, this is how it plays out. It's that balancing scale of that automatic market maker. Yeah. So see, we're printing out that 500 million per day right now, and that's going to go away after big payday. So the liquidity that's there is the liquidity that's there. That hex can literally run out. If that ETH doesn't move, that hex can run out on Uniswap.
The tweet that was made was that the liquidity can just be pooled. So if you can't fucking sell into a market, like you can't sell into it. So like, there's no supply.
You have to pull both sides out. So it doesn't really. It doesn't. It's not effective to pull the liquidity because that pulls both sides out.
This isn't an automated market, man. This is not the same fucking thing. This is like so. I don't know if everybody understands the way Uniswap actually works. You put in liquidity, like you
on both sides. We know
you have to put it in first. That's what I'm saying. And there is somebody that put it in first. That's what I'm saying. If there's nobody fucking putting it in, where are you gonna pull it out from? You get to pull it out from me, and I'm fucking 100% staked. So good luck taking my goddamn. Good luck taking my fucking staked ass hex. And this is what I'm trying to say. Maybe his tweet was deleted or whatever, but I'm pretty sure I saw a tweet talking about.
Richard, don't delete it.
You just sound really negative the way you're talking. I know what you're trying to say, but it just sounds fucking negative, dude.
It sounds negative.
Terrible.
The chat room is going nuts on you, bro. They're like fucking hammering you.
I know what you're trying to say.
Oh shit! Hold on. Let me open up this shit. Let me look at you fuckers talking about shit. I'll fucking look you, bro. I'm not scared. Hold up.
Oh, we're gonna need some
Mountstrip's been trying to ban you. He's like, I need a bigger ban hammer.
Wants to ban me? Tell him to shut the fuck up, man.
We do. It doesn't work.
Well,
Dude, I was dying right now when you were saying when you pull it out, then you got to pull it back in. But if you pull out, like, what are you putting it in?
What exactly are we talking about here?
Oh my god! Hold up. So I just tried to pull up the fucking Dlive, and it just fucking like drowned me out so hardcore with fucking, like reverb. Hey, I'm responding to you right now. Fuck off. Like, get your own money and then like get your bank accounts frozen and then fucking talk to me. Like with like a goddamn man. I had my face up here, my fucking phone died. So like
you just got all kinds of fucking problems, Richie.
Fuck off, man.
You are a pirate, man. You are a fucking pirate.
I'm a goddamn pirate. I'm a goddamn fucking freedom fighter. Like from day one to day fucking last. Like, fuck off.
What you drinking, bro?
Huh?
What you drinking right now? What's in the glass?
It's empty, bro.
You finished it.
Whiskey, bro.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
wasn't sure if they're bourbon dude or something.
Dude, I can't say that. I was gonna say, I can't fucking talk to you guys. Like, can we?
You're good, man. No, we love this shit. This is freaking what this is for.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm all about fucking money and be able to move it and like do what you want to do. Like, don't hurt people. Don't fucking like be an asshole. But have some fucking power and like have some say. Like, don't be a fucking pussy when people freeze your accounts. Like, figure out a way to fucking move your money. I'm not doing anything wrong. If I was doing something wrong, I would expect you guys to come to my house, fuck me up, and be like, "Yo, you fucked up." But but I'm not. So let's figure out a way to fucking move money. And Hex is an awesome way for trustless interest, and that's just the little piece that I want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about my other money problems. I'm just talking about my interest problems, and my interest problems are being fucking solved with fucking Hex. So I really like that shit.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Nick Manis, hold up one second. I'm gonna dollar cost. We're gonna do the we're starting to lose some streamers, so I want to make sure that while we got enough here, followers, I want to make sure that we pick for the million Hex giveaway here. So we are going to pick 3 qualifiers tonight that will be put on the wheel. And so what I want you all to do, no spamming. If you spam, I'm going to freaking cut you out.
You should have stayed in the chat box, Richie.
But
I know, what the fuck, a million Hex? I want a million Hex.
Chat and just chat one chat so that I can get a list here. And then Litecoin there is going to pick 3 people. So go ahead, everybody. Go ahead and give them a few seconds because we got a delay here on the stream.
Maybe if I pull my computer off.
So let's
Johnny,
hold on. Everybody's starting to type in now. If you're in the chat room, there the numbers are going up. So if you're in the chat room, everybody just say hi, say something so you get your name on there.
Hey, if you're in the chat room, you want to ban me, I'm gonna be in that chat room next time, motherfucker. I'm gonna come say hi.
I don't think they're very afraid, Richie. They're not. The chat room is not afraid.
I'm super fucking nice, and I really want you to get your fucking money where you want to put it. So.
All right. Litecoin, scroll through and grab you 3 winners.
All right. Well, one of them, because I closed my eyes first and then I just clicked. One was Internet Lurker.
Internet Lurker. Write it down. Because I don't have my list here. I want to make sure we put them on there. Internet Lurker. I'll put them on the tab right here.
Here, I'll write it down right now.
He says some interesting stuff sometimes.
Internet Lurker? Yeah, he's freaking awesome.
Can I come back live stream for a minute because I got some battery charge?
Yeah,
give it a shot.
Here we go.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Who's the next one?
David Morales, 42.
David Morales. How does let me see how he spells that. 42.
42.
Okay.
All right, you guys, get ready for the last one. Let me see.
And the last one.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Franklin Saint Hex.
Franklin.
Hey, Franklin.
Right on.
He's got enough Hex.
You can never.
I feel kind of guilty about that. It's like I want to be in that chat box, man, because I'd like to have that million Hex. Because I'll tell you what I do with it: stake it for 10 years. I'd do it live. I'd be like, "This is going off the market. You ain't getting it."
So those are our 3. There are 3 extra wheelers tonight. Is Internet Lurker, David Morales 42, and Franklin Saint Hex. That's 3 more spots taken up.
Oh,
and just to let everybody know, we are at 489 followers. So we've moved up. We've moved up about 20 in the last day. So starting to put a little bit of speed on that. So hopefully we can get to that 1,000 soon. I want to get to the 1,000 before we hit the big payday, man. We got to.
Franklin said he is not in Cutthroats. So we might like to put Franklin in Cutthroats.
You know what?
He's
Franklin.
He's got a lot of cool stuff to say.
Franklin has deserved a spot in the Cutthroats. I don't know why we haven't had him in there, but He's been on the show many times. He is definitely a cutthroat. I'm gonna put Franklin in. So
yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but Franklin is fucking dope, man. He's been around for a long time. He's been A1. He actually has a, I don't know if I can say this, Franklin, but he's got a private chat. Like, I don't know if you guys are invited, but it's Hex Goals or Hex Vision or something like that.
I don't know. I don't think we're in the group, but nonetheless, he's been on the show. He's been on the show here.
He's got a secret chat. I'm calling you out, Heck. Fucking say Hex.
Hey, Franklin, I feel you on that, man. For real.
Hey, guys, I got a question about our BPD coins.
Okay.
Do they earn interest, or they just sit there until the stake is closed?
No, they don't.
No.
They're not real to
what you do is because of the way you stake, you get that you get the better share rate. So you're collecting more interest based on that. You get the bigger share rate. So like I said, that's that dark pattern where people are like, hey, I'm going to stake for 10 years and I'm going to get 100,000 hex on my 10,000 hex. And then they come to find out when they unstake after big payday, they don't get any of it because they didn't serve their term. So it just sets there until you finish your term, and then you're able to check it out at the end of your term. But if you try to check out before then, it's going to affect that just like it would your interest. Okay. So
fair enough.
Hey, have you guys? I know you're not supposed to say it, but have you guys done an early end stake?
I did one to see what happened.
Yeah.
I had to run the function, and Firebun came on, and I was thinking a little bit more short term originally. So, and then we had the show where we talked about shares, and then I realized, well, screw that. I'm only losing 1,000 hex there. I'll just rebuy that and I'll stake out longer, because it's nothing to buy. And if you're losing 1,000 hex right now, it doesn't hurt. But the fact that it could cost you 100,000 hex because of how you staked makes a big significant difference. So
it does. And I actually increased one of my emergency end stakes by 1/3 as far as the volume of hex. I increased it by 1/3 by restaking it and I added some to ladders. So I have one more stake that I want to pull out and do. Oops.
One of them that I moved like 10 years out. I had one that was like for 1 year, and I moved it 10 years out. And like literally, I made all of that hex back that I lost that day. So
yeah,
it was
because of the longer and the interest that you gain on that longer. I mean, you end up better, back to good again. Yeah,
so. It's incredible how much difference that makes, and that changes after big payday because. I mean, well, the longer and the bigger pays better, but the share rate is going to be so much different after big payday that it's incredible. And there are also people thinking right now, okay, look, after big payday happens, I'm going to take my hex and then I'm going to decide how I'm going to stake it. Okay, so here's
you got to write bigger, bro.
Sorry.
Push it closer to the camera when you do that.
Yeah, man.
There you go, right there. It's got to go right there.
I can't see
price 0.03. We had a little pump, DS pump.
Oh shit! Did we just hit that shit? Hold up.
Yeah, we just hit it right now.
And those signs are for me and my loud mouth. That's what they are.
Nice. Sometimes I want to show something to the chat without like interrupting, but then everyone's always like, "What's the sign say?" And everyone gets interrupted anyway.
I lost my train of thought. Someone else is going to have to take over now. I'm derailed.
Yeah, you were talking about the share rate and how the share rate's going to affect the amount.
Okay. Yeah. So the kicker with the share rate is this. So there are a lot of people right now thinking, okay, now I'm going to get through big payday, and then I'm going to end my stake so that I get my shares, and I actually have those physically as crypto can get, nonetheless. And then they're going to decide how they're going to want to stake their shares. The problem is when they get through big payday and they say they have $1 million and they end up with 3 million after they unstake, it now costs 3 million to get the exact same amount of shares that they had to begin with to get back in unless they stake it out longer. So there's not really an incentive to hold those shares, I mean, your stakes should be made now instead of after big payday, because you're not really incentivized to actually. It's more of a mental thing that people are doing to themselves right now, where they think if they have it, then they have control over it, and then they can separate it how they want to after the fact, but they're not going to get the same number of shares. So the people that are ahead of the game, that have already made their plans and set their stakes before big payday, are going to do significantly better than the people that are making their plans after big payday.
Or now.
I can see why someone would do it, though. I could see why someone would say, "Look, I'll stake $1 million for a couple days after big payday, take it out, then restake it out 10 years." And mentally you're thinking, okay, I'm going to get a lot more interest. It makes sense, right?
Yeah, but you're not. And that's one of those hidden little gems that's in there. And there's a lot of interesting stuff that's going to go down. And literally I'm just going to leave it alone, because I know that's the best thing to do. I know that is for me, that is the optimal play. I don't care what y'all do, but I ain't touching shit, because I know all these little dark patterns, and I know if anything's for certain, people are going to make mistakes, and the stakers benefit from it.
I think what people need to remember is that people are human, and everybody's in a different financial situation. So somebody that puts in at sub 2% of a cent, or whatever that fucking is, 0.002, if they get a double on their money, if they double $500 or $1,000, like, that could be a lot of money to them. So there's a big game to be played here. Like, John, I know I love your enthusiasm, and I know you are, and you stay in your stake, but you gotta remember, not everybody's in your situation. Not everybody's in a place where they can stake $1,000 or $100 or even $10 for fucking 10 years. Like some people just can't do that. And now I think what's interesting is that Ethereum's not letting you do this anymore. So when I first started staking, I was able to stake 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 hex at a time for like a couple, like $1 or $2, and it wasn't a big deal. I count myself fortunate for that, but at this point, I've tried to move. Actually, I tried to join Big Kurkowski. What's his name? I love that dude.
Big K.
Big K. So I just joined some fucking football group or whatever that he was involved with, and I didn't. Again, transparency. I don't have any liquid hex right now. And so I had to in-stake a 10,000 stake hex in order to enter this $20 football league. And it wanted.
No, you didn't. You could have bought more. I'm getting to this, John. I'm glad you're listening. Yes, I could have bought more, and I just
nice
told
kick in
myself,
the nuts there, John.
I was like, bro, I'm just gonna Venmo you, because I'm not spending $40. It was gonna cost me $40 to in-stake like $30 worth of hex. So this is another thing that we need to talk about. We need to openly talk about it, I think. What do you guys think about that? Like, what do you guys think about the fees that they don't go down? I mean, is this good for hex? Is this
they're going down
bad for hex?
They've already started to go down.
Well, that's because price of Ethereum went down. But if Ethereum, which
this is a totally separate problem. This has to do with that whole dark situation of this bullshit fake DeFi clogging up the network and running up the fees.
You think so?
That's what you
think sushi is fucking up your hex?
Not just sushi, sushi, yams, compound, all that shit.
So there's a few of them out there that were
Uniswap. We basically built Uniswap. So you're basically saying that Uniswap is now is what's hurting the hex price?
No. That's what you're supposed to think, is it's Uniswap's fault. That is not the case. The fact is that they're making all this shit and throwing it on the network to make Uniswap.
And that's what we just said earlier, Richie.
But that's not even the main one. The culprit. The main culprit's fucking Tether on ETH. It's 80% of all the transactions. It's a stable coin. that's going on. It's what we need. What they need to do is just start tailoring off and start taking off Tether off of. If you just took half the transactions of Tether off of ETH, the gas prices would cut in half.
They're already doing it. They're already.
I mean, they're doing it. Yeah, they're doing. I mean, that's Thank God for my OMG bag. That was a nice pump.
This guy right here knows what's clogging the network, and he'd be willing to tell you all about it.
Yeah, they took some to. They're doing some to Ami's Go.
Right. Let me say go. Yep.
Tron's doing more now. So
it's kind of they actually like not Tron. What's called Tether. Tether lost confidence in Tron. They took $1 billion of Tether off of Tron, put it back on Ethereum, and then now they're redistributing it to I think some into Cosmos. No, some into the what's that other chain?
Polkadot.
No, not Polkadot yet. But what's Omise Go, and then there's another one. I forgot the name of it. Atom, I think.
What about ADA, Mr. Litecoin? You were pushing ADA down my throat last time I spoke to you. What about now, bro?
Was I not right?
No, I'm asking you. I'm not accusing you. I'm asking you what's going on with ADA. What's going on?
Oh, just the since you guys are, it's just basically the staking pools are just getting filled right now. So it's what's going on is more and more people are starting to put their ADA into pools.
It's just a waiting. It's just a fucking waiting period to see if a network works.
No, the network is working already. I mean, the staking network's working already.
Right, but it's still testnet. I thought I asked you this last time, but then I got
it's not a testnet anymore. It launched already.
It's not testnet.
No, it launched already. Shelly launched. They were in the Shelly testnet, which was can staking work, and they launched Shelly. So Shelly's live.
So why are people waiting? What's going on with ADA? Just what's the rundown?
Buy the rumors, sell the news. That's the rundown.
Yeah, well, not the rundown, but when I was talking about Cardano, it was what was two and a half cents. 2.5 cents and stuff.
I only care because I'm talking about Hex essentially. I care about the network that Hex is running on. So if ADA is a possibility, I do want to know what possibilities are out there. I think that's smart, right?
Yeah, well, it's just they're still trying to have to launch all their stuff. And I think they just came out with an RC20 converter over to Cardano.
Yeah, but did you say they're still trying to launch shit?
Yeah, they're still trying to launch shit and stuff. They're so slow. They're if you watch what's his name, Charles Hopkinson, he's like, well, we take a concentrated view over here at Cardano.
Yeah, I quit listening to him for 2 years.
I've been over ADA for the past
concentrated view. That's
I've been waiting for ADA to do something for 3 years, so I'm done on that subject. But
I sold that shit and bought Hex.
Where
I did too.
Where you're going, Richie, is actually right now the best place for Hex is Ethereum. It's not the fact that Ethereum is a problem. It's the fact that there are too many cars on the highway right now. People are throwing more cars on the highway.
That's not the problem. The problem is the technology is not keeping up with the demand. That's the real problem.
No shit, huh? You haven't been watching this show long enough, Richie. You have not been watching our show because all the questions that you are bringing up.
I've been day one. Sorry.
All these questions that you're bringing up, we have discussed a lot of these things, and we've explained ad nauseum a lot of these things. So
awesome.
ETH still needs its layer 2 solutions, right? The Polkadot. This is one of the reasons why Polkadot got so fucking big is that Polkadot's over here saying that I think we figured it out with these something called parachains, which are just basically you make a blockchain. This one blockchain does 1,000 transactions per minute. And anytime your chain's about to get full, you can just borrow someone else's chain's transactions if they're not using it. So what they're doing is creating multiple networks, and then from there, as soon as it becomes like a pressure release valve. Oh shit, we're about to go over. Jump over to this one. Oh, it's about to jump over to this one.
Who's doing
explain the ZK rollups option that is in process right now, also, and how that. The ZK rollups process and how that's going to reduce fees greatly and how we can pay in Hex once they open up that contract thing, and give that rundown for him.
So essentially, he'll I forget how many transactions they can put onto a block, but imagine this: you put so when you stake, your stake doesn't get active until I think 00 UTC time the next day. So when you put your stake in, right? Let's just say you do a 1 year stake. you have to you basically you put the stake in, but there's a little cool thing. You can actually cancel your stake and there's no penalty until it hits the next day. Once you get into the first official day of your stake, then that's when the penalties start. So when the staker app is live, you'll be I think let's just say as an example, I think you'll be able to put about 1,000 transactions on. They can just group a bunch of transactions together. So imagine like it just picks the best time. So let's just say you put a stake, I put a stake, everyone in the network's putting a stake, and then it only charges one gas fee for 1,000 transactions. So the gas fees go way down. So they said that they're going to be able to cover the cost of the transactions on the staker app. That's why it's so important, because you'll be able to have because all we're doing is staking and unstaking, right? And because it doesn't really matter when the transaction happens. The transaction happens at 00 UTC time. So, is the TPS a little higher? Let's go. Sync. ZK sync. Oh, it's 2,000 TPS. Okay.
2,000.
2,000. Okay. But so basically, that's what's going to happen. Right. ETH is still going to have its problems, but because we can just put our information on a tinier little block, and then that covers our staking, we won't really care. Everyone else is going to have this huge problem with the gas fees, but Hex won't, unless like the fees of gas just went like to some, I don't know, $10,000 or some shit. I don't know. It'd have to get something ridiculous for then maybe like Steph and then Firebun to be like, oh shit, this is getting really expensive now.
Yeah, because this is a legitimate worry for everybody. I keep one Ethereum in my wallet all the time. Just Ethereum goes to $20,000 each. I have that one Ethereum to handle all my transaction fees.
And ZK Syncs is the other one, the wallet that allows you to send multiple transactions and pay for your transactions in Hex, not ETH. So if you want to be able to send to other people and transact in Hex, you can do that for a couple Hex versus running Ethereum. So, and this is all on the Ethereum network still, and you wouldn't have those options if we move chain.
Is it the same like USDML? In Hex? Because I mean, I don't really care whether it's like whatever the USD amount is Hexing versus Ethereum. Like a transaction fee is a transaction fee. So is ZK Sync cheaper? Is it actually cheaper? Okay.
Yes, you can send it. You can send it for the equivalent of like 3 or 4 Hex, which is what 4 Hex is a penny.
A penny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yoda.
So it's ZK Syncs though. That's a centralized exchange. So I started to kind of go through the process. You have to, and correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't know. You have to send your Ethereum or your Hex to their centralized exchange. Is that correct?
You have to deposit it into that particular wallet, and there's a fee of like $4 or something.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say fuck that. Like I'm not doing that. And I didn't do that for that exact reason. Again, not to be a fucking asshole, but
not to be an asshole.
Real fucking money we don't think that. Real fucking like computers, and it really fucking matters to me what the fucking money does when it goes through the fucking computer. Like who's in control of it? Like it sounds another centralized bullshit solution.
Right, but like I said, there are still central controls even in the decentralized system.
Exactly.
In MetaMask alone. So this is something else that one of my buddies just brought up to me. So I'm friends with the lead developer of Hush. I'm not here to plug it, whatever, but I'm actually friends with this dude, and he actually, you're laughing RG3, but he actually fucking cares about privacy. He is taking these ZK Zcash code.
ZK snarks.
Yeah, well, it's complicated. There's ZK code and ZK snarks. He's taking that to the next level. So he talks about shit about web browsers and web wallets and stuff like that. And he knows way more than me. I'm not pretending to be an expert on that, but when he talks to me about shit like that, and I know that I'm using MetaMask, for instance, that's a concern for me. So RG3, I've seen you kind of smirk and smile about several different things, but it's
dude, he laughs at everything. Don't take it personal.
I don't think that you get me, man, because I'm not smirking at what you're saying. What I'm smirking at is some of your shit that you're pulling. Like you said, hey, I'm not going to promote or anything, so I just laugh. So fucking take a chill pill. Relax a little bit, buddy. I ain't after you, man. I ain't after you.
And
we friendlies, bro. We friendlies.
We're friendly.
good.
You got good stuff to say. When I'm trying to get it out of you so that we can actually educate and entertain everybody. That's what this is about.
Yeah, that's
so the things,
all I
so
care
the
about is
pitfalls that
education.
you've fallen into are things that everybody can learn from. You know, so all these things that you're trying to do out there, I'm trying to get the answers so that what you're doing either right or wrong, people can see them and they can learn from your wisdom or your failures and successes. So that's what I'm trying to do here.
And I understand. I just want you to be careful of like laughing about shit that fucking hurts and shit that doesn't hurt. Like,
oh, I mean, that's on you, bro, not me. I mean, I laugh at everybody on this fucking show. There ain't nobody here that's gotten,
we ain't out
immune to that.
I'm just saying that like certain situations that I'm talking about, just because they're not relevant to you doesn't mean they're not relevant to other people and your listeners. And I think a lot of people that are in this crypto and DeFi world, I like to believe that I'm not the only one that actually is out there for real fucking reasons and not just out there for fucking monopoly money. Like, I'm not out there just to like gain some monopoly money pump overnight. That's really not the reason why I'm in DeFi. I'm really in the reason because I fucking move money and it gets stuck and I get trumped and there's like so many things that happen. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm saying what I'm saying. So I just wanted to make sure that you take me for real and that, like, you don't just like, you're playing off what I'm saying as like, oh yeah, well, because I'm in the weed industry, obviously I'm gonna get busted. Like, that's not like, this is exactly what I'm trying to fight. This is why I'm in DeFi. This is why I'm in finance. This is why I'm fighting for your freedoms and my freedoms as well. So like, these are important things, I think.
The question is, Richie, what you bring to this is the fact that none of us are having that issue. So if you can explain to us how you bypass those issues, what steps you take, how do you function in an alternative?
That's when my phone cut off. I don't know why, but that's when my phone cut off. So the way I deal with it is one day at a time. That's the truth. And I'm literally trying to figure it out just like you guys are.
Just be careful what you say, Richie. Just be careful what you say.
Oh, trust me,
I'm paranoid, bro. Just be careful what you say,
dude. I know that I'm playing a fine game, and this is why I'm putting myself out there. Like, I know I'm playing a fine game. I've been playing it for a long time, but this is so fucking important, and this is why I'm in crypto. Like, this conversation is literally why I'm doing what I'm doing, is because I want to be talking to people like you guys that are open-minded to different like options of money and the way money is controlled. It's really fucking important to me, and I think it's really important to a lot of people. And not only do I think, I know it's important to a lot of people, because a lot of people that I talk to, they have the same ideas and thoughts of me, but they don't have the technical like insight that I do. They don't have a fucking YouTube channel. They're not Richie Rich Crypto, and they can't just come talk to like some other cool ass people that are having the same issues. So, I mean, these are real issues that need to be talked about and discussed and like brought up. And to answer your question, I don't fucking know. This is why I'm here. I just told you my boss had his bank account frozen 8 times. I've just told you that I've had my personal accounts frozen multiple times. So I don't fucking know the answer. The only answer I know is that we got to come up with something that's not being censored. That's not like $30 for a $10 transaction.
But it's money, Richie. So here's the problem. Look,
I know the problem.
You aren't going to get around being gate kept. You aren't going to get around being monitored. You aren't going to get around taxes. You aren't going to get around it. Period. End of story. Doesn't exist. It's called money laundering at that point, and it just can't be done. You have to. Yes, you can utilize different forms of currency. You can utilize different technologies.
I did not talk about money laundering.
I understand, but what I'm trying to tell you is that
I pay my taxes. I'm just letting you.
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you.
Don't fuck me up, bro.
What I'm trying to tell, but you're sitting here saying, "Hey, you guys don't understand. I get my shit frozen." Well, look, man, that's not everybody's problem, and like you said, it is your problem, but we're trying to find out if you are navigating and how you're navigating from, getting around the banks freezing your shit. We'd like to know if it's not
we don't
working
want our
for
shit
you.
Frozen either.
If it's not working for you, then that's another thing that people need to know is like, hey, there is a roadblock here. When you get to crypto and you're trying to move money around, it still doesn't work. Or does it work? And how is it working? And at what point are you going to say, hey, this is what I'm doing in crypto to make my money move? Since you can't move it in the real world, like you just said, the banks are shutting you down. You don't want to do business with the banks, and you don't want to stick your stuff in exchanges. So how, outside of banks, outside of exchanges, outside of PayPal and the rest of the financial world, are you moving crypto and living your life? That's the questions we're asking.
I do not have a fucking way yet, and that is the problem. Like that's why I'm here talking to you. There is
hence my first point, which was crypto sucks for trying to do money business. It just doesn't work.
What?
You can't. Well, you just told me that you don't have a solution, and you're the closest to the solution.
You are definitely the closest to the solution. We were looking for answers, Richie.
We're looking for it, Richie.
No. I'm the closest to the fucking problem. I'm not the closest to the solution.
No, you are the problem.
See, now you make us laugh. Don't get mad because we're laughing.
You are the problem, but we want to know if you found a solution.
No, the answer is no. I don't know the solution. I'm trying to come up with a solution.
Come join. I'm part of the Dollar Vigilante team. If you guys want to know the solution, join us. It's free to sign up for the Dollar Vigilante. Get on there, and you'll get all the solutions.
Yeah, I've
there
seen
you go.
The stuff he won't say on camera right now. I guess
this guy up here.
Now that's the dude that just did Kiyosaki not too long ago, and he does the.
No. Well,
no?
I think. Maybe he did interview
He did Kiyosaki
Robert.
about 3 months ago, I think.
No, it wasn't Jeff. No.
Yeah, it was Jeff. I know it was Jeff. And maybe it was a little longer than 3 months ago. Might have been 6
Yeah, it had to be because he actually went off the internet, did all of his private stuff in January. So
yeah, I like that show. I listened to his show, man. He was talking about the dollar, all of this money printing not killing the dollar yet, right? That's his take.
It's just like in 2008.
Yes.
Except this time it's way worse.
But there wasn't any printing. I mean,
we're going to have deflation before we have inflation.
Exactly. And then the dollar is still king. I mean, you can look at every other currency out there. Even if the dollar takes a dump, what else is going to replace it? Everything else is dumping too.
Let me tell you guys a story about. Let me guys. I'm going to tell you a story about Jeff that just happened last. I think it was 2 weeks ago. He's in Mexico, and he got drunk on the streets. I can't remember what town he was in because he's moving all over Mexico right now, and he got into it with the cops because the cops they always stand out. They're always outside the clubs in Mexico. They're always driving by, and he got pissed. So he went up to the cops and told him, "Get the fuck out of here!" Right? His wife is filming this the whole time. They grabbed him and threw him in the back of the pickup. They just fucking acted like he was a piece of cattle. He's a cattle or something. They just threw him in the back of the truck. They went to the jail, and his wife came, got him out, paid to get him out, paid the drive. And there was like 15 other guys in the jail with Jeff. He paid for all of them to get free that night. He's an OG, man.
So is he out there with you, or is he out there in Pat?
No. He's come to visit me a couple times, but he lives in Mexico, and I'm going to see him this time.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
I liked his show, man. It was a fresh take on, because I listened to a lot of Robert Kiyosaki stuff. I like some of his guests he has on, but that guy was unique. I remember him, the dollar vigilante.
Johnny, what are you drinking, bro? What was that? Johnny just made a face. Oh, okay.
There you go.
That's not.
Dude,
speaking of Mexico,
I like that shit. Hey, cheers, bro.
Yeah, Ace ATH says he saw that video. It was funny as hell. He got thrown in the back of the truck like he was cattle.
He's lucky that's all they did to him, dude. Fuck,
yeah,
man. Because I'm from more of a rural part of Mexico, man. They would have beat the shit out of you, dude, and then throwing you in jail.
Oh no, hey, light for real?
Off you. What?
For real, light? For real?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. You're over there fucking. You're over there fucking around in some village town and shit, and you're over there making trouble, dude. They were gonna.
No. I know that for real. I was asking you really from there? Like you from outside Mexico?
Yeah, well, my family's from Mexico. Yeah.
Are you? You from Mexico City or outside?
What do you mean? No. We're from like a small pueblo outside of like
No, but are you American or are you Mexican, bro?
Yeah, I'm American. I was born here, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm asking.
God damn, bro.
He's an
Have you
anchor
seen his
baby,
shoe
man.
collection?
God damn, bro. Like trying to dox me now? Shit, what if I was illegal?
I
Like,
can't
you know,
ask a
damn.
fucking question anymore. God damn, I'm fucking.
You guys, let me tell
I'm
you
just
something.
asking a question, man.
I'm going to tell you something about anchor babies. I did the opposite. My wife, we have a Panamanian child.
By the way, that's not what I was talking about. I was just asking him a question.
I got a Panamanian child, got a Panamanian passport, and the U.S. government says you cannot bring him into the U.S. You cannot bring him into the U.S. without a U.S. passport because he's American. I said he's not getting American passport. He's going to be a Panamanian, and when he's 18, he can make the decision. I'm not forcing that upon him.
Nice.
Nope.
There you go.
Mousetrip said dollar cost runs the West Coast MS-13. Up north.
Don't respond to that, bro.
That's MS-13 light.
You guys think it's funny till they freeze your bank accounts?
Oh shit.
I mean,
No,
everyone
that
thinks
shit ain't funny, man. It's not funny. Don't think we were laughing at you. It's just there's just a lot of bullshit in the world. Sometimes you just gotta kind of just laugh it off because it's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know it's bullshit, and there ain't shit you can do about it.
I laugh about a bunch of shit.
everyone thinks they're cool until they interview Richard Hart, man.
Dude,
He like ripping,
I know. I would.
He like ripping my ass for fucking Litecoin for like the first time I ever meet the guy. I'm like, hey, Rich, what's up, man? He's like,
I
let me
would
shit
never
talk
really
about
interview
Litecoin for
Richard.
5 minutes.
I would never want to really interview Richard because I mean, if I can have just a conversation with Rich, then that would be fine. But I mean,
you can't have a conversation with that motherfucker.
well, yeah, you can. I mean,
I
can have a conversation with the man, you know, and talk about different things. But when it comes to crypto, he's just so far, you know, beyond what my mind really knows about crypto that it's not a good conversation. It wouldn't. He'd just become a stupid fucker the whole time. So, you know, that's, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, that's why I don't understand why a lot of these people who don't know crypto, like McCormick's dumbass, go up against Rich and try and talk crypto to him. It's like, are you stupid? The guy freaking knows his shit, man. It's just, you know, don't do it. Don't do it.
That shit still makes me like kind of tear up every once in a while when it comes across YouTube. Like I fucking I'm like, why the fuck is this dude talking like this? Like this is not even like public human interaction acceptance.
Yep.
Like you, like I don't care what you guys are into or whatever. I mean, let's just like child porn or some crazy shit like that. Like I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you or something like that. Like this is Dlive, right? Are we on Dlive?
We're on Dlive.
And YouTube. So be careful.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we're live streaming on YouTube.
Oh, I'm saying that we wouldn't talk about shit like that. And if you would, like, I'm not interested in that. And sorry, I didn't know we were on fucking YouTube. My bad.
Subjects he goes off on.
I'll go off on that shit. I'm not about that, so I'll talk about it. But,
I assure you, nobody else is into that either. So we're good here.
Good. Just making sure.
Yeah, I'm not even get into that. We're
just this time on the show. Hey, what do you guys think about this?
Like freaking Randy.
Hey, why don't we just check that out? See how
Yo, I felt guilty.
Anybody else into horses?
Well, you know, it's funny. We didn't get booted for that. and I haven't even pulled that stream down. It's still
my bad.
there.
My bad.
Rich, you were pretty much were asking me like, hey, Light, are you a wetback or not?
Okay, I'm gonna take. We had to have gotten shut off of YouTube by now.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Man,
don't make me treat you like my ex-girlfriend.
You're lucky
Well,
that
it's still
Litecoin over
up.
here has a better sense of humor. Realizes that ain't nobody, you know. You're feeling a little bit personal here, man. You're feeling like you were being attacked here, and that not at all what we were doing here. I mean, it's just
me. No.
Yeah.
I just thought we weren't relating because I just like you. I didn't feel like you were taking seriously what I was saying, and like having bank accounts.
We never take anything serious here. Have you not watched the show? We don't take anything serious here. If you're looking for serious, you came to the wrong fucking place because we don't take fuck all serious here. We're in crypto, baby. There ain't shit serious about this stuff.
No, but there is, bro. That's what I'm trying to fuck. This is why I'm here, is because
hey, you could have all the feelies you want for your crypto. That's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying, here we talk about a lot of realities, and our realities are kind of like the general realities. And I understand you got a situation, man. You stepped into a situation. You got shit all over your boots. And you got to try and get it off somehow. And I don't know if crypto is going to be the place for you to do so.
Watch your words.
I
sir.
hope
Watch
so.
I
hope so. I hope so. I hope that crypto does come up for a solution, especially all my brothers in the hemp world and the marijuana world. Because I know that because I tried to get into it for years and I wouldn't pull the trigger just because of the financial situation. I couldn't get a bank.
Yeah, I'm saying this as a freedom fighter, as somebody that actually is in the trenches, and you're right. Like, you can't. And you didn't take the chance. And if you had taken the chance, your bank account would have been frozen, just like I'm talking about.
No, I know.
And this is why it's a fucking problem, because you know what? I'm a freedom fighter. I've seen people with seizures that get healed off of cannabis. Yeah, of I don't personally have seizures, but I have anxiety issues and I have other medical issues that I'm not going to get into that I have been medically prescribed cannabis for. So I'm not going to just I'm not going to let financial laws like decide what I can and can't put in my body. And that's why I'm also having this conversation.
Yeah, but the wind's starting to change towards cannabis, dude. So eventually, even if it will be in 5 fucking years, the tax receipt money, the money the fucking states are pulling, the amount of money California is pulling off of just cannabis alone, dude. In my area, there's like 6 shops. We're like one of the highest per capita weed place out here. And dude, you think the cities? I mean, dude, the taxes on weed are like ridiculous. It's like 35%.
Yes. So then you understand why it's so important that there is a financial institution that is supporting this type, this industry.
I don't know why somebody hasn't created a bank yet.
They can't. It's federally illegal. They're trying to.
I understand that the Fed is holding them back, but I don't know why they haven't done so outside of the Well, I mean,
they've tried, man. Trust me.
There's a lot of politics there.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna touch it. It's a freaking hot mess. But that's why I didn't get involved, because I've got friends that's all they do is carry. Yeah, they carry around cash. They carry around big loads of cash, lots of guns, and they're scared all the time, because all of their transactions have to be done in cash. And, it's hard for them to go pay their bills. They got to go walk, a wheelbarrow full of cash down to the freaking, mortgage office to go pay their house mortgage and to pay their rent on their, it's hard to deal with cash. It's almost as hard to spend cash as it is Bitcoin,
But there, you guys are missing the whole thing right here, right? Is that at least because you're in that business, you're fucking making some money. And 2, you're lucky enough to even know about some crypto, because there's a lot of people in business, they ain't making shit, dude. And you guys are over here talking about, I just don't know what to do with these piles of cash. I got these mountains of motherfucking cash. I
don't know, man. It really is a problem. I get to look at my HEX stakes and I go, I can't touch any of that.
It really is a problem. Having piles and piles of cash, it really is a problem. I mean, do $10,000 a day in business and have 30, 40, 50, $60,000 a month stacking up, I mean, it turns into a freaking big ass problem when you got to pay bills and stuff. It really is. And it's like, hey, I'm making all this money, but I can't freaking do anything with it. It's the same problem drug dealers have. I mean, it's the same problem that they've all got. They got to move.
There are trying to pay your bills in cash isn't always easy either. They want a credit card number. They want an instant debit. They've got to have a bank account. They don't always want to take cash. There are places that will not take cash from you.
Yeah.
It's actually easier to move money as a drug dealer in cash. Like it honestly is when you're trying to move legitimate.
When you're trying to do it legit,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a serious problem.
But at least like you've been in crypto for 5 years now, right? Where like the average person it doesn't even like he's David like what? Oh yeah, I've heard of Bitcoin. Yeah, I heard it kind of crashed. That's it. That's all they know. And these are like, and I'm not just saying these people are dummies, but I'm saying like they're the ones when like Bitcoin goes above 20K and they're like, oh my god, look at this, there's Ethereum. Oh my god, what's EOS? What's all this bull? And they're fucking throwing their cash everywhere, and the prices eventually crash on them. You know what I mean? It's like you're ahead of the fucking curve right now, being in crypto for this long. I mean, you're over here in the chats with us talking about Hex and shit. Do you know how little? I mean. Dude, we got let me go back to the Dlive. We got like 120 people live right now. Do you know how lucky everyone is right now in the chat that we're even in crypto right now? Like, god damn, dude. Like, when 10 fucking years ago, there's no way I would have met any of you motherfuckers. 0% chance.
Well, let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something. This is before the recent bull run. I think this is going back to like November, December. I told a bunch of my friends, put 10K into crypto right now. You know, this is financial advice to my friends. Just private. I said, put 10K in, and you guys can thank me in 3 years, or over the next bull run. Not one of them did it, and we're already up huge. They're like, oh, should I still do it now? I'm like, yeah, do it. I mean, it's not. The bull run has not. It may have kicked off a tiny bit, but we're just in that slow rise right now.
We're in 2016. We're in 2016.
Yeah, 2016. That's why I tell people, and I see a lot of these crypto Twitter people saying, oh, this is, we're mid 2017. No, we are not mid 2017. This does not feel like mid 2017. We're just getting started. So I tell people, look,
the scams have just started.
Yeah, it's not too late, but the chance to make the huge gains, like 10 grand turning it into $1 million or 2 million, that you're kind of a little bit late because they should have done that in November or December last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or January if you got in Hex.
Yeah, dude, I blew my wad too early, man. I put it all in the first week.
Oh yeah.
You're
First day FOMO.
Yeah, I sure did, man. I sure did.
Right on. Well, we've been going for 3 hours, guys. Richie has kept it nice and warm. Let's see if I can get him in there. You in there, Richie?
Hey, yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Right.
Yeah.
He lost his battery again.
Nice.
My phone died again, so no more face. But hey, man, it has been so cool talking with you guys. Like, each one of you guys, I really respect. Randy, I want to get to know you more. You sound like a really interesting guy. Really like what you're talking about. So thank you again just for having me on and giving me an opportunity to speak. I think this is what crypto's about, like different perspective, different people, different situations. Like,
exactly.
I think we're all looking for the same thing, honestly. So I really appreciate you giving me an opportunity to talk, and I'd love to come back anytime you'll have me.
You are welcome back on Friday nights. No, it's and that's why Discourse Syndicate is here, so that we can bring different perspectives and talk about those things, because your situation is unique. Somebody hasn't come on the show with your situation, so having your perspective. Now, we didn't get a bunch of answers, which would be nice, but hopefully you can
I ain't telling you shit.
Find some shit out.
I wouldn't. We all gotta find our path.
Yeah. I've already been told by Randy, but not to say shit. So,
well, we'll go offline, and you can DM me some shit.
You know what? I will give you guys everything that I can, and that's all I can offer. So, I really do want to be somebody that people can reach out to. I'm open and available if you guys want to hit me up. I'm a real person, just like you guys. I'm trying to support my family, my friends, and my grandparents.
Well, you guys can find him, Richie Rich Crypto. He's on the Twitters. He does streams on the Twitters, and talks about a lot of different stuff. And maybe he can talk to us some more about keeping the how to keep the Bitcoins keeping you afloat in the real world.
I'll tell you, RG3. I'm not telling these other fuckers yet.
Come on, man. I was the saltiest against you. What do you got against these guys? I was laughing at your ass the whole time, right?
I'll kill you with kindness. Don't worry about me.
Where's the Kraken? We're going to release the Kraken?
Yep, we're going to release the Kraken.
Oh, yeah. The lemons, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Let me see here. I'm gonna put some lemons.
I
in
really
there.
wish I could see this shit right now because every time I open up Dlive, it just crashes. So I'm sitting here in anticipation, wishing I could see the lemons right now.
Do this. Come on.
Good to see you, Richie. It's nice to actually meet up with you here in the virtual world.
Yeah, Johnny, this is our first official conversation, man. Really nice to meet you.
Okay, I'm gonna
really
release the pirate booty here. Hold on a second. Let me put some more in there. Let me put some more. In there.
You
I've been
said
feeling
booty.
generous lately.
He's like, I'm gonna drop the hammer.
Yeah, like 6 ninja
Ninja
geese and a ninja jet.
Yeah,
Pretty damn generous. I'm about ready to open up my own damn stream just so RG comes and visits me.
submit that there. Let's put some. There we go. Let's make that pirate booty a little bigger. Yeah.
Go.
All right, I'm gonna give it away. Who's let's see who gets the rewards. Pirate booty out. Let's see.
I love you, RG3, man. I love your pirate shit.
And by the way, Dlive made good with me. I did a transaction for 4,000 of them lemons, and it didn't go through. And I had to go through customer service, and a week later they took care of it. So
Nice.
To
Don't
tell
forget
everybody.
to follow the channel, you guys. Follow the channel.
Follow the channel. Get more people to follow. Internet Lurker just popped off with 411 pound strip. My boy gets 236.
Hey, are these
pulled up
recorded?
Eshtar
posted?
got 136 lemons. Ace ATH picked up 114.
Yeah, we're recorded and replayed.
Yeah. I've been I got a bunch of stuff I got to throw up on the YouTube now. So I'll be doing that. But we've been streaming everything. On YouTube. I'll put it up on YouTube. You can go to Twitch right away. So if you go to Twitch, you can watch the replay right away, which is Discourse _Syndicate there. So awesome. Twitch always has it. So if you do want to see the show, I know a lot of people have been asking about YouTube, but I have just started live streaming there again. So hopefully everything's cool, but not for long with you fucking guys, man. Fuck.
Degenerates.
Fucking dirty ass pirates. That's it. Hey, thanks Motley Investor for the diamond, man. And everybody, thanks. Appreciate all of you guys. I'm going to call it a night. It's 3 hours into this thing. And I don't know what more we can beat, what more dead horse we can beat. So have a good one, everybody. We'll catch you on the Friday night hangout. That's going to be bitching. I'm going to be out in a hotel room again. I'm on my way out to Arizona this week. So I will be broadcasting out of Arizona. And then I just might be doing a live stream with my boy, like Coin Moses, here in the next few days. I might be heading out that way to run to Monterey area. And
Fuck yeah, man. Let's do it.
We'll do another party, hang out, see if we can tear up the town a little bit like we did. Yeah. Thanks, Randy, for coming on. Johnny, always good having you guys, my cutthroats. You guys are awesome. We'll see you guys all on Friday. Later.